Listen. Yeah. Yes, Lord. Get that out of there.
Hey everybody, it's your boy Matty Rants. Thank you so much for tuning in this good Sunday afternoon. We are here for the panel. We're here for the panel. Family today, I'm talking about the original cast is included into this mixture. Oh, let me take a look now at myself. I was looking at the camera. Yeah, I'm giving you a little natural Badu. This week, my hair needs to breathe. That's all I'm saying for you, please. I'm giving you Silky Nutmeg and Nosh merch too. I was ready. Yeah, supporting some of our all-star six queens up in this gig. We got stuff to talk about today, and I have the family to bring to you to give that opinion. I already know y'all want to just like get a little bit down under, like a little tad, just this much, and that's what we'll do. But low key, high key, all keys, we need to talk about Legendary because some was served this week. We got 2 episodes for a reason. Also, Sailor Moon Eternal came out. I just finished it. Holy shit, that was everything and then some. We'll glance over that though, because me and C Diggy One have a podcast Tuesday on stereo that y'all need to tune in for that. Conjuring, something like that happened. Tamisha Iman is just showing her receipts online, child. Justice for Widow Von Du. We don't know the full story here. We have a lot to get through today. So let me go ahead and give you my social medias and then bring my good friends in today. It's your boy Matty Rants. Catch me here on YouTube at Matty Rants. Also on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, bookable on Cameo, on the stereo app for Monday podcast with duly _ noted food porn. It's the tea, y'all. Wednesdays with Blakeisha. Hey, I got a show with on Tuesday with C Diggy. Also on the Airtime app, I'm partnered with them with Tuesday and Thursday shows. Tuesdays is Drag Race Everything, and Thursdays is Drag Race Trivia and Hot Topics with duly _ noted as my co-host, and you can win some cash prizes. Okay, and on Twitter, you can find me at the Matty Rants if you want to donate to the channel downstairs. Oh, the banner's moving along. Cash App, $ Matty Rants, Venmo, Matty-Rants, and PayPal.me/Matty Rants. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. We got a lot to do today. Oh, yes. Let me bring in my good co-host first. I'm going to start with the doctors. I'm going to start with the doctors today. First of all, you know him for his good YouTube channel. If you want to find out a good recipe and get some good flavor, you know where to go. Subscribe and get my friend monetized, as well as a great time on a good podcast with food porn. Let me bring in my good friend duly _ noted.
Hey girl.
Natural.
Gotta get that beer too, honey.
I just want to be natural. No, but
Hi, friends. Hello.
Hey, how are you doing?
I'm good. I'm feeling real energized. She just came from the gym.
Okay.
Today was legs, and then I, did a few miles on the treadmill.
Okay, get a little.
I'm feeling it.
A little up there. How you doing? Dooley, give us your social medias for me, please.
Yes, ma'am. You can find me on Twitter at _ duly noted _ That's _ DOOLEYNOTED _ You can find me on Instagram for personal. You get all of my content at duly noted with 2 underscores as presented down there. And then you have my Instagram account, Duly Does Food, which is for my channel of the same name that you can find on YouTube. New video dropped last week. She gave you a katsu chicken sandwich. It is beautiful. It is flavorful. It is delicious. Like, share, subscribe. Go watch.
Go ahead and get in there, baby. Get to my friend's channel. Shout out to mine, because I low-key have 19 subscribers away from 18,000 subs. So when that happens, I'm going to be giggled and gagged and gooped. But, support duly _ noted. I want my friend to be monetized and feel that the Google AdSense burn. Because once you're monetized, then it comes down to, will I hit the number or not? That's going to be like that for a second. Now, hold up. He's usually giving you somewhat of a Navy SEAL wall, somewhat behind a blue pattern of simple bear paint. I'm assuming, friend. I don't want to assume you're a Sherwin-Williams girl, but these are the things that we ask questions for a wall such as yours, a big ginormous wall of blueness, a sea of navy. I'm still going, Blake. Yeah, bitch. Talk about a brim hat and sometimes a cocktail. Here come this little bastard, Blakeisha.
Come on, the Brim Reaper, Blakeisha.
Girl, you do not have a sidecar in your drink. You do not have a sidecar in your house, in your home.
Yes, that's my friend, bitch. That's my friend.
And my Kool-Aid flavored margarita.
Come on, yes. Kool-Aid flavored margarita.
And it's bare, single coat.
As long as you know. You and the rest of your mortgage, Blake, why don't you go ahead and give us your social medias?
Yes, you can find me on Instagram at Rowley B, on Twitter at BARowley86, and on the stereo app at Blakeisha, as spelled here.
Fabulous. All right. Now, the next individual I'm going to bring up into this mixture, I've been working with for a long, long time. And we're also working again on some new project here that soon will be debuting next week. Child, I can't be responsible for the foolery I held in those auditions. Anywho, coming all the way from Hot Atlanta is Jamar84.
What's going on, everybody? Happy Sunday. And
hey, Jamar.
Hey, boo.
Okay. Doing good. How are you doing over there in Atlanta, Georgia?
She's doing me very well. I got me a little pride necklace here.
Yay.
A little rainbow.
Word.
Shout out to the girls.
Happy Pride.
Happy Pride.
I was waiting until we got Chris in here before I made my pride speech. This is our first pride panel, but yeah, there you go. Jamar84, where can they find you and what are you doing? Because, you have things to promote.
Okay. So you can find me on all my social medias at Jamar84. That's JAMAR84, with the exception of TikTok, which is Jamar840. Make sure you guys check out The Circle Atlanta, which I'm co-producing, co-director of, which is a new Atlanta-based LGBT reality show or / docuseries coming out here to Atlanta. She's debuting on June 21st. Matty and I did some work together on that. You'll be able to see. It's going to be hilarious.
I couldn't help myself. That's all I'm going to say.
It's so messy.
The things I witnessed.
So we did some work for us on our channel, and Matty and I are going to be heading over to my channel, Jamar4, doing recaps. So make sure you go check us out.
Please and thank you. Subscribe to my friend's channel, and thank you for being here. I hope that you will be paying attention for most of the subjects today. I'm shading, but I love
That's
you.
fine, because what goes around does what?
Listen, as long as you know, I carry a mirror, and I'm going to be Neptune in this bitch, and I'm going to reflect.
Not Neptune.
Okay. Speaking of a Sailor Scout, the tallest one, I wouldn't call him Uranus, but, giving him everything. I'm not playing, Chris. Okay, I couldn't even finish the joke. I'm sorry. Listen, coming all the way from New York City, handing you a silent, severe shade, I would definitely give you a dead scream. I would definitely give you a dead scream for a move there. All the way out there in New York, let's give our boy C. Diggy One back in the house.
Hey. Back in the house.
Oh, yes, the shade is on. How you doing, friend? How was your vacation of 3 months? Excuse me.
I am vacationed out, so I'll be here, next Sunday too. So don't worry.
Okay. I'll be like the following month. No.
All right.
See, Dickie, social medias, what's coming up and where can they find you?
Gosh, I haven't done this in so long.
We know.
Right. So did you one on Instagram and Twitter? Like Matty Rants, I'm almost at 9,000 subscribers, so please help a brother out on YouTube. So it's C Diggy One on the same. And you can find me on Alexander Rogers' channel for Pop Roast and Spotify and Apple as well.
Fabulous. Thank you for being here, Chris. Almost 500 people in the room. Y'all are ready to get into this. Y'all are ready.
There's a lot to discuss.
So I would like to
a whole lot of bullshit, friend.
I want to do a bumper before we start this up so everybody knows what's about to take place here today. And I do mean y'all get up. We are going to have some opinions. They may not be popular. They may be super popular. Either way, I do not mean any ill will or harm towards others as I speak the truth today.
Oh, I do.
Well, now
I'm
see,
kidding. I'm kidding.
He's already chosen violence.
all right, listen, before the stone cracks here, I'm going to pull out my gorgeous meditation on Chris and try to get him to see the error of his ways now when I'm just playing.
Y'all. I will lead the group in some chanting and meditation if that's where we need to go before this episode.
But we're going to keep it fucking real. And so that's just what I wanted to say. And that's just where it is. And I stand by my friends and their opinions here. All right, so there we go. That's why we're on this goddamn channel. Mimi Cherry. Let's get Matty to 18K. Tell a friend and follow the rest of the panel. Happy Pride. Happy Pride, Mimi.
Happy Pride, Mimi.
Yes. It's our first Pride on the panel. So listen, y'all. Speaking of which, me and Mimi Cherry will be reviewing Drag Race Espana together. Yes, so we'll be doing live reviews on Tuesdays. Get ready for that. It's going to be a fortunate rant back again in a form of a review of a show that I'm living for. Because Drag Race Espana, I don't know if y'all have seen it yet or you've gotten there. This new episode, I saw clips and I was like, oh shit, I need to watch.
It's so good.
I was watching Eternal, and that's where my mind is at, which we'll get to later. But I like Espana so damn much that Down Under I watched yesterday. And when I tell you, I just sat there like just... It's like, so what are we doing here? And why are we still here? Like, okay, so you didn't send home another favorite. And it's like... I don't know how am I still invested? I'm sorry. Like, I don't get it. It was a drag makeover challenge. They had this rugby team come there. There was one of them was fine.
It was like two of them.
The electroshock, whoever Electra had. Jesus.
Yes.
It was the couple.
Yes, I was in there like, now, goddamn. But I'll be real. I did not care. Like, I just sat there and I'm looking at Scarlett every 5 minutes like, you got to pass and you're still here. And then they put you in the bottom for, obvious reasons. Cause he's like, I made a corset and this man look. But I just thought, so what?
Can one positive thing from this episode, Scarlett did turn it. She did turn it for me a little bit at the end. So I was like, okay, well, this is my highlight. This is as good as it gets.
Damn.
Okay.
I need to catch up. I apologize.
No, you don't.
You ain't missing anything.
You're not missing anything.
You're nothing.
You're fine.
Okay, it's just not must see TV, and I've been trying to catch up.
I'll put it to you like this. I would have low-key interrupted my WoW subscription if Espana was not on at this point in time right now, which I have been having a good old time rewatching episodes. Like I literally watched the first episode 3 times. So yeah, it's small set, small workroom, small humor. RuPaul looked like fucking Kylie Sonique Love in that outfit, low key. Bitch.
The baby, she was snatched.
From the Christmas special. Girl, did you see that?
Her face was pulled.
I said, now you got to be on some fuck shit. Right. I said, who in the Scotch tape pulled that face all the way there? I said, look at Kylie Sonique Love blackface. Like, I just didn't know what was going on here. I really didn't see it.
You didn't think
like that scene from Beetlejuice where he pulled it, when he snatched his
Yes. Yes. Very that.
Oh,
That's her.
I don't know if anyone else has seen this on any other review, but was Scarlett's makeover giving you Miss Fame entrance look?
Slightly. Yeah.
And are you referring to Electra Shock's makeover with the purple and the guns and stuff? Okay, that's what you're referring to. Yes, absolutely. That is a reference to Miss Fame's workroom. Pretty much. Yeah, yeah. RuPaul looked like she had a couple of rubber bands holding that back, flyer than any weather. And she was giving me Kylie Sonique love. I was like, girl, that's the gingerbread outfit, but in a high key, like it was actually kind of fire. I was like,
It was a
okay,
good
like
It was.
this
It
is
was a good outfit.
puss. Yes, like the jacket with a little bod. I was like, go on, baby. It would be nice to see this on other runways too,
She
versus
looked good to me.
yeah, it was better than the Subway wrapper we got the last time. That's what I was referring to. She
Yes.
was a good oven roasted, chicken there, just fully loaded.
They used a Kylie Minogue song and a Danny Minogue song.
Yep.
They actually
So we know.
Acting.
So we know
Not
that
like-
they were in the repertoire. We knew that now we know that they were there.
Mhm.
And they were that was not my favorite Kylie song though. I was a little bit like, okay, this is like B side, like no shade.
Like Seaside Girl, them the deep cut.
Yeah, I was like, girl, was this a hit? That was the first thing I thought about. I was like, I've never heard this.
They was like, not disco, nope, not fever, nope, not locomotion,
Aphrodite,
nope.
Not anything good.
Nope.
They went deep, girl.
We gonna give you something that is gonna give you IMAX screen, 22 inches, honey. Oh, that's your sister. Never mind. Excuse me. Drag Race Down Under. I'm done.
Next
Okay.
caller.
Okay, all right. Like I don't feel like it anymore. I'm sorry, y'all. This show sucks.
I mean, at this point, it's clear who the front runner is and who they want to win. It's clear that at this point they're sniping girls one by one. At this point, we know who top 3 is gonna be. So it's
Clearly.
like, girl, let's
I
wrap
still
this
have
up.
faith that Kid B might win. Question.
Oh, please! I hope so, because that's the
I would
only.
like it.
She's the only one
I
on there.
She's
I'd
the
be
only one left that I like.
New Zealand, all of New Zealand are the only ones that we like, which is Electra, even though sometimes I get that one guy at the library that stares too intently at you. But then, Keita's funny. So I'm always here for Keita when she's talking like this. Just a little bit of spits coming there. You know what I'm saying? It's okay.
It's the truth for me. It's the truth.
I would love for it to happen, but it's blatantly obvious that they're not. So at this point, they're favoring Scarlett, Art, and Karen for finding it. Like, there go your top 3, girl. Like,
Why is Art there? Art still has no wins, girl. Why did y'all even bring her back?
Oh, can we talk about that? Bitch, you
Let's
was low
talk
key in
about
the
that.
bottom. You was in the bottom.
She was in the bottom.
That's an automatic. You should be bottom 2. Trixie, you remember, sister. You did well, and then whoop, it was like, okay, you
I
fucked
think
up.
She did better than, yes, listen, she did better than Scarlett for sure.
Oh my God! Someone said Bart Simpson mouth on Keita. I cannot. I can't do you.
Gemini, you're blocked.
Oh no.
I can't.
that's funny.
The imagery for me. It's just the line. Boo. Wendy Sisterberger, boo. Yeah.
Boo.
So let's talk about the shit that we really came here for. What this background picture is about, what we have for the last few days been screaming and shouting about. Shout out to all the retweets and the audio, because I literally read Dooley's text message before I made that tweet. So that's where that came from. I was pissed.
I was up watching YouTube, smoking on my reefers, and I saw that video at 4:00 in the morning. I said, "Oh, bitch, I got to send this out to everybody."
I have to watch Legendary as soon as it comes out because I will get spoiled immediately.
Mhm.
I saw everyone was mad. I was like, okay, I know who went home since everyone's like,
oh yeah, y'all were messaging me. Y'all were messaging
Yeah.
me. I hate y'all when you do that to me too.
Oh,
Because I'll be
sorry.
like, God, no, not. I have you on y'all's group on mute because I know how y'all do. So that's why I wait. So no, they can't bother me. I'm talking about some of y'all fans. My shit went do do, and I was like, what happened? Is someone saying, hey, have a good day? No, Matt, you can't believe who. I'm like, what you mean?
Yep.
I have to
You already
swipe
knew.
so fast. I'm like, oh, I didn't see it. I'm just imagining things. Like they're
It's
fucking.
funny because me and Blake clearly were on the same page that day. I was like, you know what? Let me watch this episode before they spoil me. So I sat down. I had my morning coffee. I'm working from home. I'm checking my email, having my little whatever, and I'm watching this episode. And I'm like, girl, this is not giving what it was supposed. Something ain't right.
Some in the buttermilk is not clean. Some
We
is
all
like
saw the
end.
video. We're gonna talk about it in just a second. We're gonna talk about it in just a second.
Then I got to the end. I said, I know you fucking lying. Like, how do we get this? Don't even make sense.
Rigor.
Okay, so let's break down that first over fucking ball episode because that's where this all started with the high key shenanigans. Okay,
I'm on this show.
Apparently, Adam Lambert needed to make way into this competition. And is now a guest judge for this episode. We'll get to the next one with Demi Lovato. Trust me, I have time, I have energy, and I have air in my lungs for that little thing, okay? So let's get back to this old big thing. Now, Miss Mama needed to sit down over there, and they talking about some overball and giving some gender identity, conformity, blah, 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 all that kind of stuff. Everybody's supposed to be gender bending, whatever. All that kind of stuff, expression, all that mess. Great, lovely. Now, within all of this, they have to do a floor performance where they all need to highlight a specific key element of voguing. Fine, great. Tishi, because they won, had the advantage and gave the people basically what they were supposed to do, and they picked their own. Right, okay, cool. Now, the first three houses, whoop, including Tishi, I will give it that. Whoop. Whoop. You know, not like, you know, not bad, but just whoop, like, okay, 8s and 7s.
I would give Tishi 8s and 9s.
I do agree that Tishi was a little bit better than what they were giving it to them. I just felt that there was also some spacing in their performance where I was like, so when are y'all gonna pick this up? You know what I'm saying? And that's what it felt like for the first three in general. It felt like they didn't highlight the actual element long enough, or it wasn't a big deal on how it was showcased for those three. And if I'm correct, it was Tishi, it was Orichi, not that this is rhyming. And who was the third? Was it Balenciaga? Because I'm just assuming.
If I remember correctly, I think
Balenciaga sounds right.
And Balenciaga as usual, okay? I believe Honey is back at this point in time. So it's like, okay, here we go. Well, based on the contract, this is when they needed to be back. Isn't that right? Isn't that right, Miss Kelly?
Allegedly, Miss Kelly, the video's longer. So after 2 episodes, your house is supposed to be gone.
But in somebody's contract, allegedly, they needed to be there for the last episode. Allegedly.
Yeah, allegedly. That's all.
And they wouldn't film something else.
Allegedly.
That's right, Jamar. Well, that part too. They were doing other events when the other girls couldn't do nothing. Allegedly.
Allegedly.
This air is lovely. Goodness gracious.
Did everyone taste the chicken? I thought the chicken was lovely.
Oh my goodness.
Try the Campesino.
Just juicy. Right. Just cutting right through, honey. Whew. So basically, those first three were kind of a womp-de-whoop. Now, Garçons came up, and they did better than expected, which is T, because low-key, they've been kind of like whoop-de-whoop the entire competition. So they got higher scores, but the problem is that their performance was not 10-worthy, and they got several 10s. It was 9s on a hard dime, like lost at it. A 9.75 at best, girl, but not no goddamn 10. Okay, so it felt like they were just giving points because babies were bored from the first three. Now, I will say Miyake Mugler had hands, and they tore it the fuck up.
They did that.
They ate, bitch.
Yeah. They did that.
Peed on the floor.
8.
And did.
And they needed to because low-key, they were drifting off into the sunshine. And it was like, I don't know where they're going, but it's not to win. And so when they came up like that, I was here for the presentation of the fuckery. Now, we get to the subcategory, which is where we have our problems, ladies and gentlemen. 10 points is an issue. It's an issue.
That makes a world of difference.
The world.
The fact that you can go from the bottom to the top with 10 points is ridiculous.
Over a subcategory where
It saved the same house 3 times.
That part, C. Diggy, that's what I was going to say. I find it highly suspicious that the same team has gotten them points the majority of the competition. What?
I'm going to choose a little bit of bottoms, just a little bit.
Do it. Go ahead.
So with the body category, like I personally probably would have gave it to Diego, but I was like, okay, Shannon, mother, I get it. But I started becoming a little like suspicious with that. And then the next episode was the face, right? Oh yeah, okay, we'll get to that later. But yeah, it was just too much.
I don't even know how to feel about how Stasha was done on episode 8. We'll get there in a
Oh,
second.
and the walks. Yeah, the walks. I understand that.
Somebody said they had messed up in the beginning, but I was like, baby, like that wouldn't have been where the chop was, because as soon as everything flowed through, there was not one stitch of an issue. It was once they went into military mark, I was like, child, here we
Somebody should have
go.
went home during the money ball, I think.
Somebody should have went home during the money ball, and there was no way in hell Tishy should have been in the bottom for this episode that we're talking about.
Crazy.
Tishy was definitely a boot. Unfortunately, I partially didn't believe they deserved to be in the bottom, but the only reason were because they let Save Honey be. That's the point we're making here, Eurovision Queen.
Yeah.
It's the point system it's not a balanced scale move. And that's
Correct.
the issue here, is when you're in a competition and there's gaming, you have to have the numbers balance out, so that way when people do get ahead, it makes sense to everybody. Like, versus it being sort of like, well, we can give them this and then they can just go with that. And that was the issue here. Now let's get to the hand category, which is one of my favorites. I love when the girls do
I
hand.
love the hand category.
But what the fuck was this shit with the silhouettes that did not exist for the first couple of people? Because
Exactly.
I'm calling shenanigans because, for one, the lighting needed to be better, or they weren't told where to actually be in the box to where it could silhouette them correctly.
Yeah.
And the other girls may have been told, because last minute, oh, now we know it's fucking up. Y'all push forward and do all this, that, and the other. It's like, okay, hold on now. How come I can see these babies clearly, but I couldn't see them other girls? Then the green box getting chopped was
Should have
weird.
not been chopped, bitch. Should have not been chopped.
Should have never been topped.
That was weird. Go ahead.
Can I just say we had the worst guest judges for the most important episode.
Exactly.
We did.
Exactly.
They
Girls should
should
have no
got these
clue.
white judges out the way for the first 2 or 3 episodes. Like Amaya should have been like the judge for this one.
Yep.
Like, God,
Yeah.
I was so angry.
How do you have girls who've never sat through a hand category judging?
Thank you.
Like, bitch,
And
what are you doing?
what are you feeling in that moment when you're watching a silhouette of somebody like cutting the fuck up? Like, for one, like Naomi said, musicality with the hand movement is key, because if they can catch the beat with every flick of the wrist, it's on and popping. And Green had that going, which is why I was pressed and bothered when I could only see them a few times.
And Purple, because Purple was over there
Purple
like,
too. Purple was cutting
getting
up.
it.
They gave it to
Purple
Red. They gave it to Red, but I thought Purple was a little bit more puss for me. And
Well, Matt, did you? So to go back to your original statement with the lighting, you could blatantly see who was in the red box. We knew who was there. So when I was
you
like,
saw the silhouette of their outfit. It was like,
Exactly.
girl, that's her from such and such. You couldn't tell with a couple of other people. Like, I could tell a little bit with Orichi over there, but that's why I was like, oh, they're killing it. Oh, why are they chopped? Because they knew it was Orichi. Or better yet, my favorite color is this. My favorite color is this. I see you didn't chop some of them colors that you like. I'm just asking questions. I that's all I'm saying. But the hand category was given to a team that obviously needed the points to get out of being in the bottom 2. Was that was Balenci, right? If I'm correct, I assume so. I can only assume so.
I think they had a 39 or a 40 for that episode.
Bottom 2.
It was a 40 because they took them to 50 because they were tied
and
for
Tishi
superior.
was at 41. It was literally 1 point away from each other, and that's what got Tishi in the bottom 2, child. And I that's when everybody was like, now that's that bullshit we're talking about. That's that bullshit. So now, once again, saved Balenciaga
again.
Tichi and Orichi in the bottom 2. Now, I will say to Mother Gia, as much as I love you, I would never have picked Simone. I would never pick Simone to battle against anybody, because Simone already proved themselves in the duck walking the previous episode. And I'm assuming, I'm just thinking of knees and thighs. You know what I'm saying? Like, I would have gave that baby a rest and let somebody else from the team cut the fuck up. But
the thing is, I don't know if anybody else on the team can cut the fuck up the way Simone cuts the fuck up.
The same way.
Right.
Now, Father Arichi giving you, I'm going to battle for my family because I know that they're not going to cut up the fuck the way I'm going to cut the fuck up when it comes to this. Goes out there and battles. Now, from y'all's opinion, did the Father Arichi wear Simone out, or was it more of an even battle?
I wouldn't say he wore her out. but he clearly won.
He won. But it was just the fact that Tichi shouldn't have been there in the
first
Right.
place.
In the first place.
The first place.
It was all like a series of unfortunate events. Pretty much.
Correct.
That
If I'm-
led them to the bottom.
If I'm honest, I really don't think either of them vogued down like that. Like, I think Arichi's was a little messy, and then you could tell Simone was tired. Like, and like, bitch, I don't need to be here. I don't need to be doing this. Like, why am I giving you this? And so from that perspective, I would say Orichi won because I don't think she gave it her all. I think she was irritated and over it. The same way we're all irritated and over it because Jamila's out here giving out these easy big oven points.
Well,
Easy
Jamila did vote them to stay though. Like,
She probably felt bad, and she knew she was gonna get dragged.
y'all agree with Naomi what she was saying? Like, oh, we should vote on the battle and not the overall competition.
Yes, absolutely. It's at that moment you're supposed to prove yourself, just like in a lip sync.
Exactly.
They shouldn't be voting. Well, girl, she's been winning twice now. So whoop to whoop. No, that bitch wore her ass out, then that bitch got to go home. And that's just what it was. And I agree. Simone looked like she was over it because it's like, why in the fuck am I here? And Orichi was out there battling because he knew what was at stake. So once the battle was over, I gave it to Orichi. But I'm also sitting there pissed off because I'm like, y'all say Tishi should have never have been there in the first place.
Introduce the double save.
Well,
the double save.
they used the double save a week ago.
Exactly, for the money
It
ball.
was unnecessary. Yeah.
I don't know if the production budget allowed another episode to go into let's keep them.
To go back to the money ball, that's also the best scoring that they've had this season, right? This anonymous, like, don't let them know that their score is up front. Give it, like, hide them and give it to us at the end. I do think that'd be much more fair.
Exactly.
I agree because there's clearly some girls on the judges panel that don't know what the fuck they doing, and they be trying to peek at.
It's a parrot vote.
Other contestants trying to figure out what the proper vote is.
It's a parrot vote. It's just like the guest judges. The people who sit next to Naomi don't know what's going on. I'm going to mirror her score. Or, I like that opinion the best, so I'm going to dig a little bit of that and give my scoring from there. I call them parrot votes. I keep seeing them.
Well, they're all wearing earpieces, though, so I'm sure production has a hand in that as well.
Probably.
Don't tell them now because they don't
Most
believe
likely.
production's involved. It's reality TV.
So I think Arichi would have sent home anybody who they were going against. If we're going to be honest,
it should have been.
But that's the problem.
It should have been Balenciaga.
They would have gone against Balenciaga.
Because it would have been Honey, and Honey would have had a battle, and that would have been a battle.
Exactly.
Was this the same episode that Shannon did the wig reveal? Is this the same episode?
Yes.
Mhm.
Girl, that whole performance was a mess.
Oh yeah, I didn't understand
was.
that. I was like, "What is going on here? Here we go again with this." I don't know.
And if you catch it, the things that they critiqued Shannon on the first few episodes for not doing anything, they're giving her praise. They're like, "Oh, you came out here and did your job. You let your children do the hard work."
And it's like, what?
Yeah, G out there performing every time, every single time.
Everybody in Tichi is giving something, and y'all just be paying them dust. Like,
Everybody's dancing on Tishi, but oh no, we gonna let them walk around.
when Homegirl went into her speech and was like, I'm gonna say what I had to say, like, I really felt that. Like, I felt that in my spirit because I would have done the same thing. And y'all can give me side eye and say that, like, I was a bad sport or whatever, but like, it genuinely bothered me. Like, we are talking about marginalized populations. People don't have housing. People barely got 2 pennies to rub up against each other. And they're coming on the show to show what they have and they have to offer so they can get that money, And like, it really pissed me off that y'all are out here playing games with people's livelihood because you're trying to make a TV show. And you're doing it in a way that's abundantly obvious. Like, every show has, like, its mechanisms behind the scene or whatever. But like at the point that we can see your hand pulling the strings, there's a fucking problem. And that really pissed me off.
That y'all, Dooley's basically saying what the fuck I just said on Instagram this past week. It's the same thing. Jamar, we talked about this with Drag Race all the time. Like, we're not dumb. Stop playing in our faces. Like, that's just the truth of it all. Like, give me a break. The fact that there was a leaked version of an actual
Right.
argument that was made, and we
Right.
got basically a clip to then getting Law losing whatever grip on his neck that he had. You only root for those women like you, and I'm like, girl,
This is like,
girl, I know you not.
my kudos when I earned it.
We only root for it. Then here come Megan. I don't see the problem if it was a $100,000 performance, $100,000 dabba dabba do goddamn big thighs. I'm sick
There
of her.
have never. This was probably the only semi bad performance Tisha has done the entire show.
The entire show.
The entire show.
And this is some people's best.
The
Right.
entire show.
Tisha's worst day is some other girl's best day.
Best
Like,
day. And y'all gave, and I loved our song, but y'all was giving them 10s all over the place. Y'all let Balenciaga take the second category, get their 10 points, and steal the win from us, who actually had a perfect score. And then here again, when that ball head was supposed to be in the bottom, and y'all let her jump right back to the top again. And
it's textbook gaslighting. They're like, I feel like you're gaslighting me. What?
If you clock what she said backstage, she was like,
it does kind of feel like an insult on my intelligence. Like,
she said backstage, she was like, we're confident that we'll be back at the top where we belong. I was like, oh, so you know you're getting these points.
Right.
It's when she said, see, this will silence all the haters up. And I was like, hold on with that broken left nasal nostril of yours. Hold on now, sister. Do you know something I don't know? Because then the next episode, after all of that was cleared, and unfortunately, you know what? I'm glad Gia said something, thank you, and all that kind of good stuff from when they had to exit. But I know they were all feeling the bullshit from that exit. Like, they can get on as many Instagram lives as they want to and talk about, well, y'all didn't see, Like, I just had a whole bunch of clips sent to me. Like, no.
That was some legendary bullshit to me.
It was.
Like,
Very that.
the integrity of the show is lost. And even if I'm trying to justify them going home, the next episode, didn't make sense. Because Orichi clearly won that battle, but they made it so Garcon can, move forward. So they could have made Tishi go forward, too.
Mm-hmm. I agree with you, C. Biggie, and that would be my sub point to all of this. Like, when we see this stuff manifest, it makes the show not fun anymore, and it makes you not believe in the integrity of the production that we're seeing on television. It makes it not fun because we know somebody is back there in an earpiece calling shots. Like, why do I want to watch this shit if what you want to happen is going to happen anyway?
Right.
Boo. It's just that. It was boo, Wendy Testerberger, boo. And you're playing in my face.
I mean, if the best isn't in the end competing, then what am I watching?
What's the purpose? Exactly.
Why root for the girls that they're just going to be eliminated because they didn't sign a contract?
A good one. Oh.
And after Tishi was gone, you felt it.
Yeah, the girls' performances are not up to par, with the exception of Miyake Mugler. The girls' performances are not.
They really stepped it up.
Let's move into episode 8, shall we? With the Ice House ball is what we're now getting into, everybody. Because after the death of Tishi, and I mean, y'all saw my reaction. I said, watch them talk shit in the whole beginning of the episode about Tishi's fall. Right. Thank you. Thought so.
And we're still here. And we are, girl.
See, that's what good sportsmanship does for me. I said, if I had a rock and if I could throw it so far and it would land and hit someone on the temple of their head, that would have been the time. I'd be a skip across the lake, bitch. Boop, up, gawk. I couldn't take it. So we get introductions again to the judges. And then here comes, in a white tuxedo suit with a half-trimmed fur, bedazzled part, looking like crust from fucking dandruff, Demi Lovato, sitting on the judges panel in all of her full capacity.
Their
full capacity. Thank you. I almost forgot what happened last week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks ago. Excuse me. Eating on the beach over some cookies. I forget these things about people. Excuse me. They sat down.
Come on, Pooh.
Wait.
Come on, Pooh. Come on, Pooh.
Oh!
Yes, come on, Pooh. And then I had the image of the poop meme, like the whole, because that's how they was looking over there in that seat, looking just like poop. It was true.
Lord, I guess this was promo to say I'm fully back into some sort of capacity, and maybe there's going to be an album that is going to semi-perform coming out, or whatever the case may be. But they're on the panel, and there it is. So this one, because there's only 4 houses left, they have to do 3 different categories. Lord, I need to remember all of these. There's a floor performance. Elements are dipping and spins. Yes, I'm right. Yeah, okay.
Mhm.
No, posing and dips. Thank you. Poses and dips. Then there's 3 fab mice where they have to do a runway together with 3 of the household members, and they must be in sync. And then the final category is walking face, and it's 2 household members, one to start it to get the 10s, the next one to finish to get the win. Oh, come on, Matt. And nobody can compete at this more than once. And they chopped Shannon from walking face, but when that happened, I was like, bitch, me personally, I know Garcon is like Garcon, but I'd chop Stasha. Like, just off that. Like,
because she's the legendary face girl of the season.
But it felt like they chopped Shannon for producer reasons. See how that goes?
She was shocked, and I was shocked, and we was all shocked. We was like, girl, what?
I'm Demi, chopping people.
Well,
not knowing what the instructions
won anyway.
I'm Vanessa Hudgens as Demi Lovato. I'm chopping people. Voguing's so much fun.
Voguing today.
This is fun. I can't wait for my next music video to come out like this, like how Sam Smith did at the last Legendary. It's like all of a sudden now Vogers are in his videos, child. And I was like, here we go. Here we go, girl. Oh, black people spinning and dipping. I'm going to pop them in my video and show everything I do. Like, no, I'm sick of it. My bad. Hold on. We stand legends who correctly gender someone when they're worked up. We stand $15 donated to my channel. Thank you.
Hey, it's about Caitlyn Jenner all
I'm so
day.
into chopping right now.
Like what we're not. So listen, and of course, yeah, come on now. I was going quickly with it. I forget, child. It literally just happened. It just happened. Okay, it's not like we've had a year to sit in that whole new revelation. You hear what I'm saying? Like we just got from the beach from her, and now she's gothic. They're gothic. Bam, bam. See
I get it. It's fine.
Okay. Skibbly-doo dot dot. Back to the episode. Yeah. Okay. So we do the floor performance. Everybody kind of is like, except for Miyake Mugler was really good. Arichi, I'm sorry. I don't know why they made it that far. I'm just going to be honest with you. I don't. Yeah. I don't know why they've made it that far. Like, do y'all, that roller skates, did you find that cool? Was that cool? No, Robbie Turner for you, Miss Stuber?
I mean, all she had to do was just move forward.
It was a 7.5 for me.
Really, this whole show was terrible. There was like
It was just like they stayed for this. They stayed for this.
And you know, Tisha would have put out Thanksgiving dinner and ate them girls up.
That's the worst part about this is that we know they're good, and it would have been so much better. Like okay, let's get into Balenciaga. Okay, the Hunters and their whole fight performance of Mortal Kombat, and then with Miss Honey, you know, she was definitely like.
Them ugly shoes she had on.
Well,
can we honestly like talk about that seriously? Like,
did y'all agree with Law?
Yes.
Yeah, because
that.
Well, hold on, Chris. Okay, hold on. I'm not mad at you. I promise. We're good. That's why I put the heart up, babe. I put the heart up. I was like, okay, misunderstanding. We're good. I'm worked up here. We're talking about Legendary. I'm sorry. I was motherfucking ready. I'm sorry. Okay. Bitch. This is the deal. When you're working on a show with multiple departments that have a lot to do with your success on the show, and wardrobe is key to that with them. Remember, we are given actual 2 minutes of them working out the wardrobe for the performance. Like we're actually brought into the process of their vision being told to someone who can provide it, then giving it to them. So now after this little bitch hasn't been here for 2 fucking weeks, comes up in here talking about a goddamn boot. Everyone knows I do a stiletto or a love. Okay, that's lovely. But you had that shoe. Work with what you got. And if it was a problem, don't let them know about it because that's not your place to do that. Now, damning another department that someone who was on the panel just so happens to be a part of on other jobs and occasions. Just like he said, I would be crushed if Jamila or Demi was like, I hate the outfit he put me in. It would make me feel some kind of way. And so it was disrespectful to the person that they probably are going to have to see in 5 minutes from leaving the stage to then give back the clothes or put them into some other look. It's disrespectful. And so that was the problem with that whole entire statement. It felt very entitled and it felt very, well, they know what I like, so why do they give me this? And
when your contract gives you certain entitlements, perhaps you carry that energy with you throughout the competition.
That might be where the humble part needed to come in because they were like, girl, you should know better. Like you should be really thankful, bitch. You've actually been able to walk outside this door and then come the fuck back in and still have this position because technically Balenciaga should have been canceled by now. And
they should have been on.
Even if he was there, there's many times they should have been in the bottom to battle.
3 times.
And I want to give Shannon some coots right here because every time Honey tried to grab that mic, Shannon was like,
"Nope."
We'll talk about that later.
It don't even matter. It doesn't even matter right now. And that's why when they were backstage, Shannon was like, I told y'all, you can't be doing that when the cameras are on. You take that shit somewhere else. Because now you look like an asshole. We can't root for the villain. And you walking backstage unhumble. And I was like, yes.
This is what got me is they were like, oh, you should have just judged the performance law and not try to make a point. My thing is what you don't realize is as a performer, you're performing until you leave the stage. So you are still the same way Tishi, every performance gave you a cute little exit when they left. You are performing until the minute you get behind stage. You can say what the hell you want to back there, but while you're in front of those 5 people, keep it cute.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes. Now, there was a point of one of the family members saying, how come we are all deemed against this for Honey's actions? And I'm like, it's hard for you to say that because that kind of applies to any sport with a team. If one person on the team fucks up, that team has to pay that price. And that's just kind of where it goes. I felt bad, but I'm like, that's what happens when a bitch gets to go home for 2 weeks and come back with an attitude. Shoulders.
I agree with Blake, but I don't know. I just
you don't agree with me. Say it. Don't be violent.
Huh?
Be violent. You don't agree with me. Say it.
No. I just thought it was just a little spiteful. That's all.
I mean,
what was spiteful?
So was Honey. Shit.
I can't. Jamar, come on, bring it back. Okay, Happy Pride from Germany would have been in my street this weekend. Didn't happen down under. Why? I'm rooting for Keita now. We're hoping for the best. Honey, this was wrong. This is messed up. I didn't have my thigh high boots. Shannon in her head. Nobody asked you that. Pow, pow, pow. I know I can't really speak when it comes to bra because of my lack of experience, but you cannot tell me Balenci beat Mother Stasha. She was fully selling face for me. It's again so obvious how rigged it is. Like
that was a rigged moment. Oh my god.
She did that.
Okay, let's
like what?
There was 3 fab mice, but yeah, we're gonna get back to there. But let's go to face real quick because that was like really something to tell. Like honestly, the first people to walk, they all kind of like cut up. It was like, okay, work. Everyone gave face. But second round, it's gonna be Stasha Boo. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry, y'all. The way she came out and just gave you nothing with the coat, so you could focus on nothing but the face. It's so old school ballroom. It's so right. I'm sorry. It was just weird how all of a sudden she killed everybody, but then the last person was like, well, I've changed my mind. I'm like, what do you mean?
She was soft and elegant and giving you neck and teeth and like just getting into the details. And I was just like, Yes, like
If,
yes.
if anybody gave her a run for her money, it was the one from Mugler.
Tati.
That's where I was just like, oh, this is a neck to neck battle. But the last one, I was just like, oh, she got this. She got this. And
Right.
she can get it.
Allegedly, what's interesting is, and if you rewatch it, she has to sort of stay in her that box that they give her. And so the thing is, Dro is able to come on the stage and snatch focus from everybody as he hits his mark. And so when Demi's like, I couldn't see Stasha, she's not wrong in chopping Stasha because Stasha couldn't physically go perform to Demi, whereas Dro was able to perform for all of them when he enters. So I mean, I agree, it's rigged, it's BS, but like. She would have won under normal circumstances, but she had to be in that little space that they gave her.
But I feel like as a judge, if you can't see something, say something and get up and move, go over and get into whatever is happening. Like it's your job to judge and to give a number. Like if you can't see, go get up and do your job, girl.
Well, that little baby would have to jump down from that high chair in order to walk over there and let Mother Laomi hold her up so she can see. They can see exactly what's going on. You know what I'm saying? Like, look it over there. Look at the people, the faces.
How did Laomi even vote for Balenciaga?
Because she was being messy.
You heard it with that. I want to tie it up.
Right. That's the only reason. That's the only reason. I was like, what is going on?
Giving votes away. So I want to see what Debbie gonna say.
They need to let
I was so angry.
Judges. They need to let the guest judges vote first. Don't give the guest judges power of breaking the tie.
I just said that.
Because y'all know at the real ball, they be touching the flesh and getting into like for you to be like, I can't see at a.
Oh,
get your ass up and go over there.
Fuck them. Fuck them.
Well, this is actually true. That, for example, we can bring this back to when Simone had to do Duck Walk and literally had to beat every single person. They were not
scared at all.
Oh, and
I wasn't here last week, but I was like, how did she not get a break at all? Oh my God.
But she's running a marathon.
She was running a marathon.
I was like, God bless them knees, because if them thighs ain't looking like Omni-Man after this, I don't know what to tell you, okay? I'm about to beat my son up. No, Balenciaga from week one hasn't, mad at me for saying that, but for week one hasn't had a group performance without a visible mistake. But not one judge is willing to lower the score based on that, okay? That happened when they were getting scored for this whole performance with the mess-ups. Y'all were messing up, but it's okay, I'll give you a 9. And it was like, if they're messing up and you could see the mistakes, why is that still a 9 performance? I'm not understanding. Like, be consistent with these votes, please. Like, don't just give them a 7 because that little baby pissed you off. You know what I mean? Like, come on now.
This reminds me, giving Drag Race reference, this reminds me like in some alternative like world where Bob the drag queen went home against Derek and everybody is like, girl, what is this? What?
I couldn't imagine. I couldn't imagine. Like that day would never exist. There, you know what? Just like in that Rick and Morty episode when they had those goggles, they could see their other futures or other possibilities. That would never be just like Summer. Nope, same outcome.
Derek was a very good reference. I take that reference.
Derek was be just nope, still losing.
Well, girl, we couldn't see Teachy losing, and Legendary gave it to us. So
sorry to say that, but so true.
Just a question.
Yeah.
Do y'all watch Bob and Monet's review of it?
Yeah,
I'm a subscriber. Patreon subscribers here.
Did you see the one with Gravity?
Yeah, I think. Yeah, I saw
at the end, he's like, it sounded like he knew that Tisha was going home. Like if you go back and listen to it. Because Bob asked him, who do you think going home? And then he was like, oh, well, you never know who can. And then he said at the end, like, oh, well, I know things. So I'm just saying it that. And I was like, oh. Huh.
I mean, the girls must have known because the last time Jiggly was here, Jiggly was like, girl, it's going down. And we was like, what that mean? Oh, okay. And kind of paid it. And then this episode, so I wonder if the word got out amongst people that have.
They've been talking about the order for a while. I knew somewhat of that order was going to happen. I had an inkling of Tisha. I just thought that it was just a rumor. You know what I mean? Like, oh, okay, no, that's not going to happen, girl. It happened. They were like, watch, it's going to be more fuckery this season. Really? Boom. Here we go.
Just the fact that from the remaining, 3 now? none of their, I can't recall any of their like iconic performances this season. Where I
Well,
still remember
Mugler,
Mugler had hands.
Mugler.
That was their comeback.
the
That was a
winter
comeback.
performance was amazing.
that was a cute one.
Oh, the winter
This is
was
like,
Tati
I
on the
remember
lift.
Andy Warhol.
That was jaw dropping for me.
Was that-
Mugler stepped it up the past 2 episodes. But
Yeah.
truth be told again, them girls could have been gone home.
Right. The Ice House episode for Mugler was another stepping point. I mean, this
That was
bitch got
high.
off of a lift off the back of the stage for no reason. Like, we were given ski. I was given Aspen teas. I was here for that. You know, I was more so here for that performance than Honey versus the Huntsman. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was more so for that situationship, with the boot being the possible issue. But getting to 3 fab mice here, Orichi was chopped to me for no reason. And then Balenciaga, Shannon drops a fucking shoe. What? And it wasn't even her shoe. She already had shoes on. It was another shoe that just randomly fell.
Right,
Yes.
that's what Juan was like, what is happening right now?
Yeah, I didn't know
Wait,
where that
it
shit
wasn't her
came
shoe.
No, she
No.
still had her shoes connected. It was just some random shoe fell off of Shannon.
I had to pause it. I was like, where did
I gotta go back and look.
I
Yeah.
was like, whose shoe was that?
Yeah, it was literally a random shoe that just came off the outfit for no reason, girl. I was like, okay. Was it under? Did you get caught in your coat? You're just like, we're just gonna walk. You know what I mean? Like, what's happening here? Oh no! Look back. You can see.
I gotta watch that again.
Because how did you miss it? Because even one of the house members goes and runs and picks up the shoe afterwards.
Right.
And that's when they're like, what's happening?
I was like, girl, look at the foot. I'm like, it's still, the shoe is still on her. This is either that or they filmed it twice and fucked up the edit.
Oh,
Because if you notice, the shoe the first time is on the runway. The shoe when he picks it up is behind the lights.
Oh,
Yeah, I saw that. I noticed that part.
oh, oh, oh. I'm sorry. I'm like,
I wonder. Halfway.
what's gonna be? No,
I can't pretend.
I cannot
No.
what's gonna be?
Oh, friends, hold me tight and don't let go. That's my.
Don't let go of that shoe next time because you look stupid.
I would sing all 5 parts by myself.
Well, maybe you can sing one part and think you have a 5-part harmony.
Maybe you should mind your business. Thank you.
Dear God. Poot.
That would be eternally funny.
Do we care who wins at this point?
I want Bianchi Mugler to win at this point, is who I'm rooting for. And if Garçons win, I will be gagged, girl. But if Balenciaga wins,
Oh my God.
I will have a.
No.
I'll have
I mean, I
bomb
feel like Mugler is the only choice to win now. I mean, partially because of their connections to Deshaun and Laomi, but like they've stepped it up the past couple episodes. And I mean, the other 2 houses don't have, as Jamar said, any iconic performance worth remembering.
Yeah, I don't remember any Garcon performance that's like, oh, the Transformer one, but in the beginning,
only in the beginning. It
And
was like
After that, I was like, what?
do and stop performance. Like that was all they needed to do was just transform and then we would have been finished. You know what I mean?
The only thing I remember about Garcon is the fact that Tonka has slipped, and I would say 3 performances.
Oh, haven't they? Like, bitch, I mean,
Yeah.
you would have swore this was like the first mini challenge of Drag Race, and Latrice saw the fucking spinning wheel, bitch. Like, for real. Like, just let her fall and then take it as a death drop. Just boom. Like, that's
they had Tonka
Yeah.
doing a floor performance, right?
Oh, yeah, they did. And Tonka was, I mean, he tried. He did his best. He did what was needed. You know what I mean?
That reminded me of like when Silky was like on the floor, just like
Oh,
wailing
God.
Remember that da-da-da-da, and then she went into the dip and it was like a slide, like jazz drop. Like, I was like, okay. She left her penny on the floor. I just didn't understand it. Oh, God bless
Also,
America.
season 4, when they headed to the wet t-shirt contest and Latrice went down to the floor, her titties fell off.
I remember that.
You remember when Sasha Bell decided to lip sync and her titties found their way to the right side of her
Her
shoulder?
little titty was over here just hanging out off to the side, girl. Meanwhile, Katya is pounding her puss into the floor right next to her.
Right. And I mean, I'm talking about her whole breastplate became an actual superhero cape, and she just didn't have the power to save against the Russian.
For a long time, my Twitter name was Alyssa Shoe because it was Alyssa's shoe because during the Whip My Hair lip sync, her shoe was just dangling off the side of her
That
foot.
one strap held that sucker together, baby. I mean,
Did I never notice that?
but it was Alyssa's wig. It wasn't even like the right wig for the performance that she was
Girl.
tossing around like it was
The wig
nobody's
was like
wig.
this, girl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The wig
It
was
was,
like
it,
this.
it was very businesswoman 1980.
Her shoe is hanging on for that strap is like that strap is holding on for dear life, girl.
Why do you think she hit the ground so hard, y'all? Because she really slipped. It was like boom, I'm gonna hit this ground. I said, sister, you just didn't want the people to see that heel struggling to like find its way away from you. I'm telling you.
Both Roxy and Alyssa looked like somebody ran up and robbed them and just took both of them and just like they had to keep both of them bitches. It was like, girl.
Like Roxy took that one nice wig and had that one wig. Like that neck was broken by the end of that performance. It was just yugga. I have never been so hyped but laughed so hard at all.
It was iconic. Still is iconic.
And then after all that, my mom left me at the bus, and it was just like, what is going on here today?
It's like, girl, you're gonna be saved. We don't need the story right now.
Like, legit, Rue was ready to do the double save and everything, and all of a sudden, I'm giving you my storyline, bitch. I'm going to top 3. God damn it! How dare you put me against Alyssa? No neck Edwards, no chin. Excuse me, Edwards. Goodness gracious. Oh, all right. Sorry, y'all. I had to go for a deviated break there. Ooh, wee.
Y'all, when we get done, go watch that lip sync. Go look for the shoe. It's there.
It's trying to run away. Help! This bitch keeps on dropping. Okay.
Like, no, this bitch ain't.
The self-sabotage is real legendary. If they want a season 3, they're going to have to reboot the entire show. How about I need Jamila to no longer be a judge on there. I'm just at this point now where Jamila, you need to be EP and stay that. I'm sick of you.
So I heard from someone who's also affiliated with the show is she did not want to be on the panel, but they told her she had to be on the panel. So they will be having a season 3. They are canceled after season 3. According to Laomi's Instagram Live.
She did say that. I would love to see Tiana Taylor and FKA Twigs on the panel as two women's that know what's going on.
I also want to say Danielle Polanco. Danny.
Ooh.
That'd be cute.
I still say bring Dominique Jackson back. I still say it.
Just for the TV.
Just for TV.
Her and Law? That's
I am ballroom.
We didn't say keep him. We didn't say that, okay? I wanted just a change up. Keep Laomi. I enjoy Laomi, but bring legends that are also ballroom legends on the panel and have that be the final season. The babies that have walked, trophies, icons only. You know what I mean?
I want to know where's Jackman's right. So they wrapping up Pose Girl. Today is the season finale. I need him to go ahead and take a seat on that panel so that we can get somebody that knows what's going on.
Oh, the finale of Pose is tonight.
It's tonight.
I can't believe it.
I am so sad.
Can I tell you what I think will happen? Can I tell you what I think?
I think it's going to be the same thing like Candy Girl, unfortunately.
Yeah.
I think 2 people are going to show up there. I think
You think it's going to be Blanca? Oh,
No,
wait. You saw Damon in the trailer, didn't you, bitch?
It's going to be Damon and it's going to be Pray Tell. They're both they're going to pass away. I think.
And I think that's why what's her face is running. Blanca is running in the hospital. Because I think she's running today. I agree with you, Julie.
What time is it? Oh my God, Blake, you just sent that, dear. Okay. Oh, we'll keep that on the private chat. Ooh. Ooh, it was the Ice House.
Girl, I mean, if you know, you know. I've seen the one too many times.
Ooh. Let me get the mic.
Girl. If y'all thought Blake, girl. Oh, you that way, girl. Well, if Jamila's ass can sit on that panel and be so Jack can go ahead and take a seat too. I don't see no problems.
I will still love that moment. Wham, bam, bam, bam. I was like, yes, you better.
I am ballroom.
Oh my goodness! And I just saw a video of her going against Stasha on Instagram.
I saw that too.
Yes, they both were going for face. I said, yes, queen. This is Dominic was on the judges' table just doing all that, and Stasha was walking up going, oof. I was like, yes. Oh, it was everything. Oh goodness. Anywho, legendary, y'all. There's 3 teams left. It's Miyake Mugler, it's Comme des Garçons, and it's Balenciaga.
There's 2 episodes left, I think.
2 episodes. So it's going to a top 2 battle. And then, of course, the final episode will have Megan Thee Stallion performing Body to nobody in this, and nobody there, and then Laomi, I'm sure, and Deshaun will do another performance because that first season, that was everything.
Ooh, one more thing before we change the topic. I feel like they dropped 2 episodes because they knew everybody was going to be pissed.
Absolutely.
They were like, "They go extra."
It was smart to do so no one could actually feed into it. But here we are. We fed. It was.
What about the elimination?
Oh, Arichi went home.
No, I'm just saying that
Arichi went home, but we could have done that last week or the week before that, or whenever the other times they were just whoop. And they just got the. I'm sorry. Let me give them more life. You were right, Chris. You were. So, okay, show's over. All right, next subject. No, I'm just playing. It was Arichi versus Garçon, and Garçon stayed. Okay.
Because of the sympathy.
Oh, that's right. Okay, so you're right. There's more to this story. Egypt. Went against Father Orichi because he's just going to do it every time. That's just we as a father. I said, okay, here we go.
Here we go again.
Then here come Egypt. Well, actually, Stasha, I think Egypt is going to be the one today to do this. I said, oh, here we go. I got a little.
And then mentioned the sob story, and I was like, okay, well.
But and then here's the performance started. I saw Orichi doing the Orichi thing, swing on the ram, bam. It was like, okay, Egypt was throwing us all over Cairo. I was here for that. I was like, okay, around the world and nah. It was fun. But then at the end of it all, Egypt is crying, and then Arichi's like, is it gonna be me? And it was just very, well, I want to give it to him because the passion was there. Well, I thought he was outperforming due to the spinnership of it all. Well, I thought he cried a little bit deeper. And then the final vote came down to Pebbles, not Bam Bam, and their opinion with all that coke on the lining of their, part there, telling us that I found the passion.
I connected with them more.
The word of the day was soul. It was like, his soul. His soul said this. His soul.
You mean black? It's
Monica.
black.
Monica was on it.
It was right. It was soul.
It's like when the girls said urban.
Just say fried chicken. Just say it, Debbie. Just say it.
You mean black?
Like, what do you want to say? Like, soul? Is this a Disney promo? Are you trying to make sure that goes trending?
It's like on cooking shows when the white just be like, "Oh, you Madison pack so much flavor." It's you mean black? Just say it, girl.
Just say it. There's salt in there.
Yep.
There's salt. More salt. Do you know what that looks like? Shake. God damn it! Like it's pretty much that. But
But was it passionate?
It was Garçon. That's what happened. Listen, they were all in Africa, and Egypt stayed with the tears of the River Jordan. I don't know. And
What?
what is wrong with me today? So listen, the show is over. There's 2 episodes left. HBO Max. I'm done.
Are they both airing at the same time?
I doubt
It would be smart of them to just go ahead and just end the show.
Just give us the last 2.
End it.
So I can just focus on fucking All Star 6 because they're gonna have a 2-episode premiere, and I'm already like, God damn, y'all! Like, what? You just let us rest. Give us a
Content
day.
is flowing for you.
Oh, the Nile. Excuse me. The Nile. I still.
I knew what you had, man, friend.
I still mean
I
the
knew what you
River
meant.
Jordan. I still mean it. No shit. I'm done. Okay, it was over. There was waters. People were, somebody drank from it. And
Do we know who's the next guest judge?
It's Tiffany Haddish.
Oh,
No, you can calm that down. You know better. You know better. That's not Taraji. Stop. You know better. You know better.
I'm interested.
Your interests
I
can
am
have
too.
things in it, but we'll see. Hold on, everyone. Race.
I love how like that has just transcended like podcasts and you that is just it. Race.
Race.
This is so funny.
Wait, someone said Ellen is the final
No!
judge. Is that real? Can you imagine?
No,
Can
she's
you
I can't
imagine?
imagine.
With shoulders like this the whole time. Oh,
Not
wow.
Ellen.
I gotta have you
No.
on another show that they're
What was
probably
she
gonna
wearing?
give me. Corduroys and Ked shoes.
And
as
a
usual.
blazer.
And a blazer.
They're not gonna
Some
let her
K-Swiss,
walk.
something.
They're not-
A blue shirt with a white blazer with some corduroys.
Okay. Mama looks like she has shops the adult version for Gymboree. Like, so I just don't like, what are we gonna do? Like,
I was gonna say the children's place. Girl, that was a 90s child staple. My mama stayed at children's place. Girl.
Seriously, she like Ellen looks like she could be on the poster for any
Let me-
Pottery Barn ad. Like, it's just does not make any sense. Like, I'm sorry, and her show's being canceled anyway. So boo, Ellen, boo. Boo. Not Blair St. Clair as Ellen. As
Girl, please.
oh, that was awful.
So bad. So bad.
It was really
Oh,
terrible.
It was like a display in just horribleness. Hold on, there we go. Oshkosh bagosh.
Oscar.
Yes. Yes.
Bitch, I'm gonna do you one better. I'm gonna do you one better. The final judge is going to be Lena Dunham.
That'd be reckless behavior.
Yes.
Like the
Girl,
oh,
you know,
Blake.
we all have those one or two girls that are part of your zodiac sign that make you feel real ashamed. Lena Dunham is a Taurus. I'm like, girl, you can't know.
Do not claim her.
I cannot stand Lena Dunham.
Me neither.
I'm like, are we talking about Soju? Oh, excuse
Oh.
me.
I mean, she was nice when I met her.
She ain't trying to sign your DM.
Most serial killers are, or gross people that take advantage of young people. But
Oh Lord.
And
Girl, that episode from her book, bitch.
Gag. Like
Gag.
I was like, when did this turn into Sapphire? Like what is going? When did this turn into like the whole push movement? Is this the sequel? Like just the privileged version? I don't understand what's happening here. Like, no.
We want this video to be monetized, so we can't say what it is. But there is a whole section of her book that was exposed because it's a lot of layers and a whole lot of it's a whole lot of WTF moments where you just like, girl.
Yeah, she signed it.
She kept it in the family, unfortunately, and yeah.
It was that was an interesting read, but yeah, I can't believe you said that.
It always is. It always is.
well,
not Azalea Banks' final judge, so that they could be misgendered and also called like all slurs at the end. Like,
Every
you can't lip sync to my music anymore. Like, okay.
She comes on the stage with a cat purse.
Or just the stewed remains. I've been carrying this with me for good luck everywhere.
You think they would bring it back?
Rachel Maddow would be a good one.
shut up.
Rachel Maddow. It's Garcon, is it? I can tell there's a lot of profit in what you put in your moves and all that stuff there. We'll be back. I can't finish the sentence. Like,
I will say Jake Tapper would be a funny final judge. I
Dr.
love
Phil.
Shady Jake.
Ooh, Andy
Not Andy
Cohen.
Cohen.
Andy
Problem.
Ew.
He wouldn't know what to do. He wouldn't know
Oh
what
my
to
God,
do.
we got Rosie O'Donnell.
Rosie
Not
O'Donnell.
Rosie. Not Rosie.
Oh goodness. I can't.
Lord have mercy. For real, Billy Porter. That would be a good one.
That would be a good one.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Or,
Billy would be
Queen Latifah.
Never gonna be this person.
Not
Never
that
gonna.
person. Oh no.
Santana would be there before Bobby Lights would be there, girl. Like
Bobby
that.
Life was I saw him in ATL. He was
Somebody said Ben Shapiro.
So, a trans man played by Scarlett Johansson.
Oh, because she could do everything. Don't forget, black on black.
It's ScarJo as a black man, as a trans man, as a tree, as an assassin, as an alien.
Maddie, can you please highlight Izzy White's comment?
Oh, well, okay. Let me get up there.
Oh, girl.
Megan McCain's serving Chinese fake ponytail in a bun tie.
Before she was like, my father would give a 7, and you're like, girl.
I promise her hairstylist is trolling us for each episode of The View, and she can say different, but I'm like, you keep giving her these ethnic hairstyles, girl, and it's quite hilarious while she's arguing her points, looking like she do.
I want them to stop in the comments. Like, stop, y'all, please.
Stop.
Ooh, y'all are dragging.
They're going off. It's like can't
Y'all
stop.
are dragging.
They said Merle gets
Tequila,
worked on a honey. Yes,
Bill Bailey.
yes.
Wait, Megan McChun-Lee.
No. But it's Spinenberg kick with 3 Ks.
Woo!
That's it.
Rolling Ray would be so
Santana.
Listen.
Wait, it comes on to the legendary.
Oh, girl.
Tiffany Pollard.
Good.
I would be weak.
Jocelyn Hernandez.
Nancy
Just told her.
Pelosi.
Oh my
Nancy
God.
Pelosi and her kente claw.
Like, they can't have Megan Thee Stallion and Jocelyn Hernandez on there at the same time. It would be subtitles all the way through that. Like, that's not necessary.
Double homicide.
One just dragging her R's and the other one just don't know how to cook her teeth. I can't. Okay.
Just told her, Miss
Hold
Girl.
Wait. Portion and Fallon as the guest. They gotta share the same seat too. Wait, I can't. Okay.
I mean, they share the same man. So.
Girl, no one want Kaya as the final no, baby. No.
No.
That smell of cocoa butter would be stuck in that seat, child. There ain't no way they need to do all that.
It's cocoa butter and Black and Miles, girl.
Kim Zolciak. Woo! A
No.
cigarette and a solo red cup. Okay. There'd be alcohol stains left in this.
And a synthetic wig.
Clearly.
Can we go to the next topic?
Okay.
Plot twist, it's Don Lemon. Don Lemon is the final.
No.
I can't breathe.
No.
Like, and you know, he'd be drunk just sitting there, like, holy, where am I at here? So many people that look like me. I'm not used to this. Okay, so let's continue. Not Jeffrey Boyer Chapman.
Oh my God.
Off the comment.
Come on, Jeffrey Boyer Chapman.
We're moving forward. We're moving forward.
Oh my God.
And that's why y'all. That's why y'all
Lady
are.
Gaga, you really did what you had to do. So I am going to give you a 7. Like, bitch.
That's
Please
exactly
cut
like
off the comments. Oh my God.
Yeah, the last one for me is Caitlyn Jenner. Yeah, that one.
Okay. This is so amazing. Like, look at all the lights and stuff that are over here. My goodness. Look at all you dancers. You know, I used to be a dancer a long
I can
time
dance
ago.
in high heels.
Well, you know, some people say I danced around that lawsuit. Oh, you know, just let me stop. I can't.
I've never been around this many trans people. This is an experience.
They're just asleep. They never died. Oh, let me stop. Okay. I got things in common with you folks, just like brandy and cars. Like, okay, let me stop.
Randy, take the wheel. Randy, take the wheel.
Jesus, take the wheel.
All right. I'm finished.
Can we be
Done.
We'll be here all day.
Comments are closed.
Pose's final season starts tonight. Excuse me, final episode in the final season is tonight. Lots of things.
Girl, I need some water. I'll be back.
Okay, great. We're going to take a moment here, actually. Let's take a moment to take a moment.
That was a goofy little segment.
Relax, relate, release, reset.
Oh, man.
Oh, man, I've not cried on here.
Oh, Jake, y'all say, when are we having you back for the panel, my love? Because, sister, you came in through for the All-Star 6 panel, darling.
Hi, Jake Beyonce.
Hey, friend. Thanks for being here. Thanks, everybody else, for tuning in. We have 830 plus people here all through the land of YouTube and Facebook. Shout out to you. Y'all in the comment section, you've been good. You've been good today. Proud of y'all. We appreciate the added banter to this. Don't forget to hit that like button. Don't forget to follow my friends and subscribe to their channels, and become a part of their families like you are a part of mine. Whew, I'm back. Okay.
Oh, they remind us about the widow situation.
Shout out to Jay Lee's Corner. Thank you, love. And also subscribe to my good friend Jay
Hey, Jay Lee.
Hi, babes. Oh, goodness gracious. What a day. Okay. Star Joe, shut up. Okay, listen, we're not going back. No, we're not going back.
Madison Beer.
Stop. Stop.
Who said that?
Can we move on?
Who said that? Oh my goodness, where are we at? Yeah, we still got 18 till we hit 18,000 subscribers. No one's gonna. Lil Mama. Oh, so Naomi can have that moment. Oh,
yes.
Now,
that's the good one.
Now, you want some, like, let's turn around and try time again situations. Bring Little Mama on there with Deshaun and Naomi from ABDC on there.
And Prince Mugler.
And Prince.
Bitch,
that would be the key.
Did you see that? That came up as a topic on Twitter, and Naomi commented on it, and I had a cackle. I had a cackle.
Ooh.
Okay.
Bob's Burgers Legend, what's your favorite episode? Mine is Aunt Gail and Nat episodes. Oh, favorite episode? It has to be the Jean and Courtney episode when they're doing the morning announcements. That was one of my favorite episodes. And they are low-key in love, but they can't be in love because they're too powerful together. That's my favorite. Okay, yeah, back to Pose. Y'all know it's on FX. It's the final season. We all have our own ideas of exactly what is going to happen on the final season of Pose here. So is Damon going to show up? Was that him crying in Elektra and Blanca's arms? It looked like it. I also thought that was Christopher. I don't know. The trailer showed somebody that looked Damon-esque sitting there.
Was, the other guy. What's his name?
I thought it was Ricky.
That was Ricky.
I mean, I don't know. I got nervous. I thought the head structures were little. I was like,
Ricky.
That was Ricky, definitely. That was definitely.
I really feel Pray Tell is passing this episode, and I'm gonna be sad, of course, for that. But like Dooley said, low key, I think there's gonna be a double homicide.
I think so.
Yeah,
they've been kind of tipping toeing around it. I think it's gonna happen. What's your question?
Do y'all think it's all a dream sequence?
Oh my God! This is not
like Roseanne. Yes, Roseanne. Yes.
Someone said that in my comments, and I'm just like, I would be so angry. Like, that is not the way to end the show.
It'll be like Elektra telling her man about the things that happen, or maybe Blanca is now 75 or something, talking about her experience.
Or they're doing a documentary, and it's paying that homage to Paris is Burning at the end, and it's like them having this story, and it's like Elektra or Angel.
They were saying Blanca was on her deathbed, and she imagined all that.
No. I got it. So it's Angel and Lil Poppy telling the little boy about all of the little shenanigans and all the stories about them being youthful in the ballroom scene. Watch it be that.
Would you feel like that would be a cop out? Because I hate when stories end that way.
Me too.
I will not be surprised if there is some sort of cop out. It's Ryan Murphy's an EP.
Listen, as long as it's not the Sopranos. But I have faith in Stephen Canals, though, co-creator of the show. Shout out to you, Stephen. It's been a fun ride, my friend. It's been a fun ride. Bring something else. Call me if you need help. Let me be in on it too, low key. I write stuff too. No, seriously. We need more shows like this. Don't let it be this and then us for 5 years waiting again for another show with Black POC characters of this sort on television with these real stories. Honestly, we don't have to go through the AIDS storyline again.
Right.
If we really just couldn't, because honestly, we talked about this on our podcast
on Wednesday.
We did.
Said there needs to be a Black POC gay living single, and change the characters up.
And that doesn't mean that you nix the idea that HIV is present. It means that we don't revisit the past 40 years as we've hit the anniversary of HIV epidemic.
Correct. I just don't want our shows to be continuously based off of tragedies in our lives, especially when it comes to Black and POC characters on television, because that seems to be always the selling point. You remember how horrible this was, right? Okay, well, now watch a show about it. That's fine. But I would like to have stories that also involve people who are living and happy. Because there are a lot of us that are doing that. And so we like to see it too. And no more, she's got to have it. None of that. Like, don't do that again. Don't do that again. You tried it.
Can you elaborate on that opinion?
It felt like for that show that there were no actual like no folks that were actually in open relationships, no folks that were like, that had any kind of experience doing women on women's, like it felt like the people that were in the writing room had no experience, and the writing still felt kind of like misogynist. There was a lot of like undertones where it was like, y'all clearly have no connection to this community.
Like their opinion was formed from the media versus from full-on experience. Like, oh, I've seen this on TV and that was hot, so that's why I'm going to go ahead and put this into that sort of like spill, versus it being like, I know and have felt this and I'm now conveying it into a script where others know and have felt. There was no soul connection for me when She's Gotta Have It. I just thought it was like all for like the sake of whatever. Yeah. Oh! I've already seen it. No, I've already seen Veneno. I've already seen it. I've already seen it.
We all have. I think.
It's so good. It's Chris.
Diggy, watch Veneno in Spanish. Watch it with the subtitles. I guarantee your experience is so much better.
Do not watch the dub. Don't watch the dub. Watch the original. I even watched Sailor Moon, which we're going to talk about in a second, in the original. I didn't.
Oh, yeah, definitely. I prefer subtitles.
So then you need to do that for the same with that one, because I promise you, it's so much better, and it's such a good show.
It's great.
One of the best things that's been on TV, honestly, in probably the past 5-10 years. It's that good.
There's a season 2 coming, and I'm not quite sure what they're gonna do with that. But like,
I think it's just gonna like on I forget her name.
Piranha?
Yeah, not Piranha, but the other one, the younger one.
Valeria.
Yeah, there we go. I think they're going to expand on her story because Christina's passed away. So it's like, they already have to do that. But yeah, Piranha is also the guest judge on this episode of Drag Race Espana that came out. So it's the night of 1,000 venenos. So they're going to do some costumes from that. And I saw a glimpse of Carmen's look, and it was fucking amazing. She basically did what Sharon Needles wanted to do. If Sharon Needles had that kind of concept for the Garden of Eden with snakes and shit, you should see it, Jamar. It's kind of fucking amazing. I was like, oh shit. But yeah, back to this here. Pose. It's on tonight. Good luck, everybody. That's all I'm gonna say, because I know how we are with these shows. Your emotions will be checked. I'm sure of it. And you know me, I gotta do a reaction, so I'm gonna be a fucking mess. I'm not happy. Like all tissue boxes will be destroyed. Now, speaking of gay news and things that we love,
gay news.
Woo, girl! When I say
on gay news,
on this good June the 3rd that just passed us here, I follow up to a anime that we thought was all but forgotten. Sailor Moon has returned in an internal state. And when I say, oh my God, because Chris, I just finished this like an hour or so ago.
I have 40 minutes left on it. I've had a long day. So I have 40 minutes left to watch. But I saw part 1 and I saw most of part 2. Now, I'm a very, very hard critic because I love Sailor Moon. I'm like extreme fanatic, and that's an understatement. But
Mhm.
the first part, I'm like, okay. Second part, they brought it a
You
little.
don't. You cannot speak for you not have seen the show of the Eternal Sailor Moon. How
Well, that's
dare
fine.
you?
See, Diggy, I'm finna sit right next to you in the shade section. I haven't complete. I'm not done either, but I read the manga, so I know what I understand. I know
Yeah,
what happens. Like,
I know what happens, but the thing is, I'm kind of upset that I didn't get much of the Amazon trio that I wanted to.
Oh my God! You need to finish. You need to finish part 2. See, you making me sick right
Yeah,
now.
part
You-
2. But the thing is, I thought, well, so far, I'm hoping that I do not see anything about stars in it so far. Now, if Galaxy is in this, then I'm gonna be very angry because
why you don't like Galaxia?
no, I like Galaxia, but that's not enough time.
Oh my God! Oh God! I can't
No,
see now.
not
I don't
me.
want to spoil nothing. I don't want to spoil nothing. I don't want to spoil nothing.
Well, I mean, I know what happens.
Well, then
I know the
you
whole
should
thing
know.
happened because of Galaxia.
Then you should know what it's going to lead up to, and they actually were honest, Chris, this time with the manga. They based it like that.
Okay.
That
I'm just
final
saying,
part.
I have not seen no Sailor Aluminum Mouse. I bet not seen no Starlights yet. I bet not.
No,
There's a
that's not
tad
fair.
bit of a setup. There's a tad bit of one, but it's for something different. It's for what they should have done in the actual anime the first time, that they just sort of like drifted over with the Amazon Quartet. They were very realistic to the manga, and it was really cool to see that part like, oh, we're actually giving this time today. Like, oh my God. Like it was that scene was amazing.
Yeah.
And for the queen, Nahalina, they
Yeah.
actually they gave her full story this time.
Mhm.
It wasn't like, oh, here she goes. She's just a meet. No. Full backstory. Full backstory in that part 2. You need to finish part 2. Part 2 was the T. Because once Uranus, Neptune, Pluto, and Saturn jump into the mix, that's when it goes down. But I like the beginning because that was our sort of intro into the Sailor Scout. And they were given a little bit of a different intro edge, in my opinion, especially with Sailor Mars and the 2 crows that were the keys that were her barriers or her protectors. And I was like, okay, I found that interesting. Now, was it quick? Absolutely. But I was thankful because I hated filler episodes of Sailor Moon. Hated them. Who are we fighting? What random object today? A lamp has turned into a human being now.
It's a chandelier.
I'm Chandelier, and I'm going to spray you with diamonds. That shit got boring now. So, I like the movie version of this. I was like, give me the quickness.
And so that was honestly why I was always a passive Sailor Moon like watcher. Like I was like, I didn't really get into this. I only liked Sailor Mars because she had stilettos and long black hair and a mini skirt. I was like, she's cute. But like I did watch the 2 episodes that have been a part of this thing. I didn't understand what I was watching the first one. I was like, I don't really know who these people are. I didn't quite get that there were so many gay people queer people in the Amazon trio. I was like, what is happening? I will say part 2 is good. Like part 2 is really good.
Part 2 started out really well. Like that's what I gotta say. Part 1, what I appreciate about it
You
was
ain't finished part 2. What you talking about?
no. Listen, part 2 started out great.
Okay, I'm about to
So let me
say.
talk about part 1. So part 1, I love that they gave some more character development to like the inners. I appreciated that.
Yes.
But it was moving along a little bit too fast. And then it was just like, okay, she got to get her star. She got to get her star.
Yes.
I'm guessing she got to get her star.
Well,
And then another thing I appreciated was Hawkeye. I'm glad that they made Hawkeye gender non-conforming completely.
Yep.
I like that too.
Same thing for Uranus. I mean, they were calling Uranus he. Perfect.
Well,
That's exactly how
yeah.
they were supposed to be
They
described.
call Uranus daddy.
Mhm.
At one point, they called that person daddy. I was like,
all male pronoun. Oh yes.
Well, in
Oh,
the
yes.
manga, they called him her, like
Mhm.
Them.
Papa. Luca.
Yes.
Them.
And that's why I was really appreciative of this form, because it was like, oh bitch, this is true to the T. And I wanted that. But I will admit, yes, part 1 was just like intros and getting the girls ready, but you can't tell me your pussy didn't get wet when Mercury was giving that heart the good old string child and she was attacking, bitch, or when my good old sis Venus pulled a kiss through a heart, or when Ray had that nasty bow and arrow, bitch, or when Jupiter released all. All of a sudden, I know the Earth. Bitch, get out of here. That was everything. I was living. How dare you?
Like, you saw Ray, they gave her a new hairstyle.
Yes.
I appreciated that.
I was like, the nuances were everything. But again, I'm a Super Sailor fan. I loved it from beginning to end. I thought it was quickly paced, but to me, it was kind of perfect, especially with Pegasus, Helios's character. They explained him very quickly, as well as the relationship that he's supposed to have with Chibi Moon. And Chibi was given a little bit of an arc.
Well, I do have some things I want to say about Chibiusa, but I'll save it for the podcast because it's choosing violence. So
yes, and you can save him when you finished part 2. That's right, you can.
Well, thank you.
The whole week until we get to Tuesday, bitch. The whole week. How dare you? No, I'm just playing. No, I'm not. I'm serious. Human Artemis, Human Luna. Yeah, we had a lot of bitch. When we get the finale.
I'm just hoping we have a 2-part. I'm expecting now for stars. I'm not sure yet, so I'm gonna finish it.
Based on the popularity from this, we're definitely getting a stars, and I'm not going to give something away. But when they do, when they do something specific towards the end, you'll know why we're getting a stars. So, but I will say, her final move. Holy shit! They stepped the animation game up when she turned into Sailor Moon Eternal. Like when that whole the sleeves and the wings came. Oh my god! Like
so at first I thought that they were going to combine Super S and Eternal. So that was what I thought. So now that I know that it's just Super S, I'm grading correctly now. So yeah.
Because you saw my move, even though they didn't do it the way I like the original version with the music, sometimes better with the transformations.
Oh, like, yeah, definitely.
Like the violin's lovely, but I miss the whole cunty like mixture of like some sort of like voguing big beat. Like honestly, they need to get a voguing beat on those transformations. Someone do that. I know a lot of y'all are watching. Someone up in here is producers. Give me a Vogue beat to those animations, please. I need that Thundercat. Like I needed something. Let's see.
This is gonna make you mad, but I was gonna save this, but I think Super S is pretty much like the I Am Sasha Fierce of the series.
Oh God, your opinion doesn't matter. You haven't seen part 2. Anyway,
Super S.
He does not like Pegasus.
Super S is my least favorite season. I'm sorry, it's my least.
Why?
He hates it.
Compared to R, Classic, S, and Stars, it just doesn't compare. I'm sorry.
Classic was boring to me, in my opinion, compared to all the rest of them.
Barrel?
Yes, bitch. Yes, bitch. I said it. That was a boring arc. I was over it. I was into when she's finally got some different colors and some bows got bigger. And she got an extra peplum skirt underneath. That's when I was here for the tease. I was the tiara, Chris. Really, we had to sit through a long period of.
Queen Barrel was a spiteful bitch.
Look at me, like really, girl.
It kind of gives you the setup and gives you the intro. I mean, I understand why you would be bored by it, but like, I feel like I can't hate Queen Barrel. I can't hate that season.
I'd rather go. Galaxia was much more formidable than Queen Barrel. Like,
Galaxia was that bitch. She rolled up and she said, "You gonna do what? You gonna do who?"
Even Miss Mama and Super S here was giving you all the tea because she had 2 versions of herself: the ugly witch that was controlling the quartet and her. Come on now, like
and the last 2 episodes where all the Sailor soldiers die. That was amazing. Those are like one of the 2 best episodes in the entire series when they all die. So that you can't like when Ray, like when she grabbed that, like, oh, you're not going nowhere, and she did that fire soul. That was one of the best scenes in the anime.
Absolutely, but we're not going to sit there and say that Super S is trash when it was a beautiful, lovely, romanticized version of what we needed to have happen. You will not do this.
I'm sorry, co-host.
And comment section.
Let's move on.
No. And comment section, you won't do it either. Okay. Not my Sailor Moon. Not my babies. Not my babies. I'm Blakeisha and Jamar, girl. And both of them can sit there in silence if they want to, girl.
Wait a minute. I saw Sailor Moon. I gave my commentary.
But Jamar can make as many faces as he wants to, girl. That's why he's booked for this program.
Hold on.
Sit there and sit still, okay?
I saw Sailor Moon, both parts of it. I gave my commentary. I hit it and I left. Y'all have y'all moments, baby.
That's fine, Blue Wall.
Sailor Moon.
I'm just saying.
Sailor Moon episodes since like
Grim Reaper.
Come on, Grim Reaper.
It's been
We're brimming with pride.
Well,
We're
Jamar,
better than
it's been lovely having you here. Sign out, bitch. No, I'm just playing.
Someone in the chat just said, "What is Sailor Moon?" I want you to get the fuck out. That's all.
Okay, so no. Let me.
Without finishing the last second part, and you're telling them this, without finishing part 2. Oh,
I'm
now your
sorry,
titties
I'm
are
sorry.
big. Now your titties are big. I don't think so. Wait, I'm
If I
sorry.
wanted to catch up, what's the best medium to do so? Are they all? Is the
It's on
series
Hulu. It's all on Hulu.
It's all on Hulu, but I have the entire series franchise in my collection. So it's,
Jamar, I'm gonna just be honest with you. Just watch the movie. Like it doesn't quite age well. So just
I'm like, would I be able to? Is there any context?
no,
to
you
this?
need to watch the original.
Yeah. He needs to watch the original anime to really get the puss version of what we're all referring to. Because Crystal was lovely, but it was really made for the new
Right.
baby. And it's like
Crystal never needed to even be a remake. You need to just extend Sailor Moon, like
that part.
Story.
Or take the old animation and just refresh it a little bit, and that's it, without those 3D transformations that were very fucking unnecessary for the first season of Crystal. And then when they finally changed it back to sort of how it used to be, it was like, okay, thank you, girl. But we were still missing that country music I liked. Yeah, I would go to the originals, Jamar, and honestly, you'll have a good time. They have all of it. It's like,
I watched a good bit of it. At least I don't know like what the different arcs are called, but I'm sure I probably know which one you're talking about. Like I remember like each of the transformations. I think my favorite one was always the one with the fingernails. That was my personal favorite. But
they still do that.
They still do that.
Crisis makeup.
Yeah, there's a couple of watch guides. So like it'll tell you what episode. Like if you're new to the show and you kind of just want to get through it so that you know the material. Like there's watch guides that'll tell you, okay, skip this because it's side story, but watch all of this. I started watching Naruto. This is like 10 years ago.
That's
but
exactly
I was like, girl, there's so many episodes. So back 10 years ago, I got the guide and kind of watched through because there's a hella
there's 200 episodes all together.
I'm actually starting Cardcaptor Sakura all over again because I saw it was on Netflix.
Throwback. I remember
It's on Netflix now, and I was like, oh, bitch, I got to start this up again because I used to love this show so much.
I really want to start One Piece, but I'm not watching 800 episodes. Like, I'm not watching 800
episodes like 2 years ago.
That's my friend Jeff's favorite.
Too much TV.
Yeah, it's a lot. Like, they travel a lot of places, honey. Like, I mean, that boat just keeps going.
I heard it's really
I gave up. I said, girl. And I started watching Naruto and Bleach at the same time. And Naruto got popping quicker than Bleach. So I put Bleach down and never went back to it. I never finished.
Baby, that's almost 300 hours worth of TV. That's too much.
You waiting for the soju and Tamishi Manji.
What's going on with soju?
Oh, you haven't noticed them lately, have you?
What?
Okay, no. So y'all ready to get into tea? Dun, 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 dun. I'll start with Miss Soju first because y'all probably haven't seen her in a while and are wondering where'd she go? What happened? Well, I'll tell you. If you remember, there were allegations of them being inappropriate with people. You know, non-consensually is the best way I'll put this without getting in trouble here. And they said that those allegations weren't true and they're going to get their lawyer involved and all this will be put to rest. We haven't seen them since that statement.
That's it.
That was the giggle. People forgot about it, Blake. That was the point of the whole entire scandal. When people stop talking about shit, when people stop talking about stuff, they think it goes away. And that we forgot about it. And then they come back into the light again. And that argument came up because of Miss Scarlett thinking of the situation with her doing blackface. Oh, well, it happened a while ago. Everyone forgot about it. No. Now, RuPaul can give you a pass. We're not giving you a pass. And to Miss Soju, when you're ready to jump back into this universe again and think we all forgot about that, Miss Sis, we still remember and the victim stories were heard.
Yeah, I don't think she's coming back. I hadn't thought about Soju since January. I just don't. Yeah. I don't quite think Soju's coming back.
It's one of those situations. But if you're getting that was for the girls who didn't even know about that story. When I was talking about it on Espana, you're like, wait a minute, there was drama. I'm like, you don't know? Like, honey, there was a whole article posted about it. We ain't heard since then. But I haven't forgotten. Not how
haven't
rude you
either.
were to me at that place either. I never forget. So on
I
to
got it. I
Tamisha
got
Vaughn.
into it on. Oh, I was gonna say
Oh,
I got
no.
into it.
Go.
I got into it with Scarlett over that blackface shit. This was 2017, I think it was. Me and my good Judy Christopher were friends with someone she was friends with, and they came up on our feed, and we was like, "Girl, what is the tea?" And they came for us, but you know me and my big ass mouth, so I was ready to fight. So I ended up blocking her. But I unblocked her because I'm hoping that there is some growth, and I want to be able to view her presentation on All Star 6, and I'm hoping that they acknowledge that, and we'll go from there.
And I was talking about Scarlett Adams, but Dooley was talking about Scarlet Envy.
Oh,
So
my confusion. Well,
That's what I was looking like. Wait, which Scarlet are we talking about here?
that was accidental tea that he just dropped,
oops.
but
There
kind
goes
of
my shirt.
fell into the lap there of the rest of everybody.
My bad. That's what I get for going to, use the restroom and coming back in the middle of the conversation. But hey, whatever. Y'all got tea.
I felt the producers were at play there when that took place, but go on. No, no, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. Now, Tamisha Iman, who, is also now known as Scamisha Iman, I didn't give that name, but that is the name y'all given her, has now decided to release new merchandise. She has t-shirts of her face in a monkey form, which is really weird, of her scamming folks that she's selling. But then she also has pride shoes that just recently came out, and trans pride shoes, which the trans community was not happy about her trying to make a profit off of them, as she was stating that that's not true. I'm not trying to make a profit. I'm a fan of the trans, like what you're talking about, which I'm like, okay, I get that. But then I'm thinking, have other people gotten the shoes that they ordered the first time, and you're now putting more shoes onto your website that now has had a strike from the Better Business Bureau that she is leaking herself? This is like, okay, listen, y'all. I know when things go bad, we like get a little crazy, but I don't think anybody would even have started talking about this had she not shared it herself on her own Twitter about the problems, and people are now spamming Better Business Bureau saying it's a 1-star company, and now she's gotten the strike. I forget how that works with them, like where if too many people report it, something happens. I'm not quite sure.
Probably.
Is the website down now? I didn't even assume it was up. I always thought it was like a Lego block Build-A-Set website in the first place, so I just never knew.
You can also report like things like that to the Department of Labor, and they will assign an agent to your case, and then you give them the tea, and they'll investigate. So like,
ooh, someone got shoes. I hope you're telling the truth here. My boyfriend ordered the African print shoes March 5th. They arrived at his apartment today. Wait, hold on.
March 5th.
March 5th.
They arrived 2 days ago.
June 4th.
April, May.
3 months? It took them 3 months to get shoes?
Are they good quality is the next question. And I am asking because I'm Matty.
I heard that they were tawdry and cheap.
Yes, tawdry.
I love
the girl said the shoes are falling apart, and they waited all that time for them shoes.
They did look like Air Force Nuns, so I just didn't understand exactly what was going to happen there.
Yeah.
Like possibly a Spirit One flight. Yeah, something like that.
Not Spirit.
Look, if you just need to get somewhere, bitch.
Look, but the shoes may not get you there, though. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, what if you get to the car, like, all of a sudden, here comes the
soles fall off.
Yeah, like, can you imagine? Okay.
Girl, you got your shoes today, and they already talking. Like, what?
Stomping in my Air Force Nuns.
Wow, what a time, though.
My laces are done. The tongue falling flat. The bottom of the shoe just got stuck to the track. Oh, like, I'm sorry.
I guess what's really just so sad about it is that we all wanted to love Tamisha on January 1st. Like, on January 1st, I don't know nobody who wasn't Team Tamisha. And now it's just like, girl, if you stay off Instagram, stay off Twitter, just go away. Just go away.
But she just left the way she did on Drag Race and just let that be that.
Yeah,
she'd been fine. She'd been fine.
Good at it. Really good.
They did just for those 5 episodes too. She was good to go. She was good to go. But then again, hey, Monet said something that made her mad, and then this all kind of came back up again. I mean, people were still looking for the orders, and that was an conversation. But I don't know anybody else on Drag Race that was doing it like how she was doing it. I was like, oh, you got your own merch, you're doing it yourself, work. But then $65 for some shoes, and then you don't really get them babies. Yeah, I'm gonna be pissed. I'm gonna be a little bit pressed. I was gonna get a doormat, but I'm glad I didn't get my card information.
I was looking at that doormat too, bitch.
But I saw the site was unsecured, so I got nervous.
Oh, girl, not running your information through girl.
Oh no, we don't do that.
That lock was to the right, child. I was nervous. I was like, that's a verse. I don't want those there. Well, we'll wish her the best and hope for her the best, and yeah, cool stuff there. Did any of you watch The Conjuring free on HBO Max? The Devil Made Me Do It. I saw it last night.
I was gonna watch it last night.
I'm watching it tonight.
I'm not really a horror movie person, so
it was decent. It was decent.
I really enjoyed the franchise. I'm gonna watch it tonight. I want to see what happens with the wrap-up.
It's a different take. They went a different route, in my opinion, with what they normally do. So it was kind of like a little fresh sort of take on it, Blake, if you know what I mean when I'm talking about it.
I completely get what you mean. I do think that the franchise relies on the things that made it exciting from the Insidious series, and I don't know that those things continue to be really great storytelling tools now. Particularly because it's like you've had the Annabelle series, the Insidious series, the Conjuring series. Like there are sort of 9 movies plus the Saw series that are all relying on the same storytelling techniques. And it's like, okay, but can you do something a little bit different?
I think why I like Conjuring better is because Ed and Lorraine, it's based off true events. So it makes it feel like this actually or really did happen sort of spill versus in Insidious. It's the same grandmother that keeps coming in. Hello, darling. You know what I'm saying? Like, hello, darling. And that face. When she sees something really scary, like that, okay. You know what I mean? But it was decent for me. I like Ed and Lorraine's story and the fact that it all ties together. I think they never need to make another Annabelle movie again. I don't think that is ever necessary. Yeah, unless that doll is going to get the fuck up and bite somebody. I miss the Chucky days of horror movies. I miss that little bastard running around.
But the same way they don't need to make another Saw movie, and they made Spiral, which is from the Book of Saw, with Chris Rock and Samuel L. Jackson.
How did they end up on that project? Of all projects.
Okay. So Saw is one of my favorite horror franchises ever. Boo. And I always feel bad because they had a good thing going, and then all the people that made the story what it was like, girl, we got other projects to work on. And they kept trying to move it on too long or didn't want to take the time for those people to get doing what they were doing. So 1, 2, 3, and 4 are great. All the other ones is girl, should have had a V8.
I stopped at 1. I was 4. We're going to do the same thing. We're doing the same. I'm going to wake up somewhere. Oh, God damn it. No. I'd have been just sitting there girl, hurry this timer up, bitch.
It was a very solid, it was psychological horror. But then they left all of that on the front porch and started doing torture porn, and it was all about the gore and the traps, and that's where the storytelling is left.
Oh God!
But Spiral is pretty good. It's predictable, but it's pretty good. It's a good refresh.
I just can't imagine.
I disagree with you, Julie, and the critics agree with me. It doesn't quite reboot the genre in the way that it needs to be rebooted. It's a lot of the same over and over again, and he's no Tobin Bell.
But can't nobody else do Tobin Bell but Tobin Bell.
Which is why if you're not going to be the main bitch in charge, then don't do it at all.
The new Chucky movie should be called Call Ucky. I can't. I really hope that was just a messed up of a joke. I thought you meant Call of Duty because low key it's a robotic doll now, which is weird. And I hope they don't go with that storyline again. Yeah. The actual Child's Play series is going to be the reboots coming to Sci-Fi. The pandemic hit, so it pushed it back, but they're actually going to reboot the original with the voodoo aspects with the original voices and Jennifer Tilly. It's going to be a series, and it's going to be based off of a certain time frame when they were killing people, which that's my favorite. Bride of Chucky was one of my favorites because it was campy and comedy. Second one was the best one though. The second one was the best, where they ended up at the toy factory. Oh, bitch, that was when it was awesome.
I still watch that like it's new TV.
Honey. Yeah, that was when it was bitch. That child was rolling down them things, and that motherfucker said, "Arr!" I said, "Oh no, not that little redheaded."
I didn't care for 3 because that's when they went to go stalk Andy at the camp.
That was
Mhm.
dumb. Like he went
That
to
was an
army
military
camp.
camp and like Chucky was getting into like actual guns and stuff. And I was thinking, girl, he could literally just pick up one and then shoot everybody in their sleep and call it a day.
Yeah.
But yeah, there you go. I forgot something else I watched recently that was somewhat interesting. It was on Amazon Prime. I can't remember the name of it, y'all. It had 3.5 stars. So I don't even know the name of it for you. It was some horror movie. It wasn't even interesting. I don't. Oh, the Angelina Jolie movie on HBO Max. Did anybody see that one? Did you see that? You're fine. It's okay. Don't worry about it.
I didn't watch that. I did watch this weekend. I watched Halston. It
was that good?
It was a documentary. Oh yeah, it was great. It was great. They gave all the tea, and I was like, well, I knew of Halston, but I didn't know who Halston was.
I knew he liked a certain set of man.
When they talk about that in the documentary, but like it was very well put together, and like I learned a lot, like a substantial amount of information about this man. Like they really went in depth. They had interviews. They had clips. It was real good.
So I thought it was like a series, or is it just a documentary? I thought it was like an actual like series that someone was playing, like Ewan McGregor was playing him or something like that.
It's both. So it's a series that is a like bio. It's a bio series basically.
Oh,
okay, cool. Okay, work.
They tried to pull in any of the people that were still alive and around into the production, and so there are actors playing the people that have passed away since then.
Mm-hmm.
I have not seen Cruella just yet. Just like A Quiet Place 2, I need to see.
Oh, I want to see. Oh, now that
I'm excited for that one.
Cruella is good.
That girl.
Cruella is good. A Quiet Place 2, I've not seen, but Cruella is good.
I'm probably going to go to the movie theater in the daytime when no one's there during the weekday just to go see A Quiet Place so I can feel extra safe, and I will have my butter popcorn. But because I need to see them people run in silence again. I really do. Cruella, I do want to see as well. I was told it was magnificent. The fashions were there, not as over the top as Glenn Close's looks, but you know, I'm always here for Emma. I'm almost trying stone. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna correct you on that. Like the fashions are the movie is not magnificent. The fashions are magnificent. They do in some ways top Glenn. Like Glenn Close's look is a camp Cruella that's really good. Emma Stone's look is like, bitch, this is fashion. And it's immaculate fashion. Like everything that is put together in that movie is stunning. From an acting perspective, it's a 6. From a storytelling perspective, it's an 8. It does set up the next like live action 101 Dalmatians really nicely. And Anita and Roger are black, are colored.
I didn't lie on Emma Stone. Y'all know I'm telling the truth. It's almost there. It's never there. It's like,
do I need to watch anything before Cruella, or I can just go in?
You're supposed to go into it because it's a prequel and it's sort of the anti-hero story where she's not necessarily the villain, but more so this is how she almost became to be like that bit. Yeah. And a great actress who is the villain in the story. What's her name again?
Emma Thompson.
Yes. I love me some Emma Thompson. I love me some Emma Thompson, honey. Like
Professor Trelawney.
Exactly. I see.
I couldn't believe it was the same person. I said she did that.
Oh man, that Harry Potter movies, yeah. Ooh, they used to come through. Professor McGonagall was still the one. Okay. Especially against Bellatrix Lestrange, bitch. Ow! I was gagged with that part. I was like, "Come on, McGonagall."
Do y'all plan on watching Loki on Wednesday?
Yes, I will be watching Loki. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I still haven't watched Captain Falcon and Winter Soldier to protect my gay heart. You know, see, Chris, see how people feel when people don't watch things. Yeah, you know how that works. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I said it just for you. They're fighting. Okay, so let me stop. But all those movies and shit are out right now. If you got money, go see them. If you're poor, save your money, pay your bills. Just saying, okay? I've been sitting at the house, girl. I'm trying to get this car fixed.
Or have your ass on LimeWire.
We don't promote
not LimeWire.
Those bad things. We are not.
This is not 2006.
There are not pirate kings in here. A pirate's life are we? No, we're not doing that up here. That's not.
They're reminding you of
what's next? Cause
Widow Von Du. Widow Von Du. This is what we need to talk about.
Naps.
Thank you, Kid Zombie. All right, y'all. Last topic of the day. One of our former Drag Race contestants is in jail as we speak. People are trying to get money
Is
to
in
get them
jail?
out.
She not
Yes.
out?
Who's saying they got it? Everyone's saying
Jail.
they're still in there. Yeah, they're saying she is still in there. Yeah.
Viral.
Who posted her bail? Like,
Yeah, they haven't posted that bail. There has not been an update on that at this point in time. People are saying she's there. People are saying that she's out. Either way, Widow was either way. I'm just going to continue with this. Widow Vondu was arrested for assaulting her boyfriend, allegedly boyfriend or whatever, who was at their home while they were, I guess, performing, and they were not supposed to be there. But TMZ is where our main issue is with this story, because TMZ reported it only from one perspective, and that was the boyfriend who was there, and made Widow come off looking like a monster in this situation. But video then surfaced of Widow explaining or talking about said situation, expressing that they didn't want the person there in the first place, and also that they were defending themselves because the person would not leave their home. Not a boyfriend from what I heard. Well, you better talk to TMZ. You better talk to TMZ. You see what I'm saying?
I mean, either way, it doesn't make.
According to The Advocate, she was released on Tuesday and posted bail, but she's on house arrest.
even how TMZ describes it, like RuPaul's Drag Race star Widow's alleged victim, brutal injury photos.
TMZ need to sit the fuck down, because I'm having a memory, and if I remember correctly, they broke the news about Kobe, and all the other stations were like, okay, girl, we gonna shut the fuck up until they can notify the family and have that conversation. And TMZ was that wild child. No, girl, we gotta get and spilled that tea, and his wife found out because it was headlines from them that her husband and her child were no longer here. Like, that pissed me off. Like, that would shake me. That would destroy me. Like,
they almost destroyed Blair St. Clair's career, if you remember, right before the show even aired. We didn't even know they were even casted, and it was on Drag Race, going to be the season, was arrested for such and such and such and such. And it was like, what's taking place?
Going to be trash. Like, this
is out here.
It's not new.
Listen, Vanessa learned about Kobe's death on TMZ. We were in LA, Jamar, when that had happened. And I can tell you that entire city went into a complete Kobe Bryant
mural.
Yes.
All the bus said, R.I.P. Kobe. Didn't even say
the trains were purple and yellow. I'd never seen them colors before on a train, bitch. I was like, oh, y'all put in new light bulbs, apparently. Like, I was like, what is going on here?
Yeah, the whole city was,
everyone was speculating how he was like, there was so much conversation on like it all being a conspiracy theory and like him being a sacrifice and his daughter having to be involved and stuff. It was insane.
Kobe's death was the kickoff to the 2020 bullshit.
It was
the kickoff to the fuckery.
Here come the Rona.
Yeah. Oh, I'm telling. Oh. Remember this conversation. If it disappears, Mandela effect. We were never here. Okay. Listen, I hope whatever goes down with Widow, especially if this goes into a court situation, which I feel it's going to, that mama gets whatever she deserves. Because if anybody was in my home that I pay rent, that my name is on the lease for, and they don't leave when I ask them to, and I, as a Black person, knowing calling the police could lead into any sort of thing that would never go in my favor, I'm going to put it into my own hands. So I could understand why someone would put their hands on somebody in their house. And for the girls that act all different about this, let's remind ourselves of a young man who was already in his home when someone entered into his house, a woman, and then shot him in his own home and got away with it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? But
or,
this lady...
Cops who entered another woman's home and shot her while she was sleeping and are still, walking the street.
No, sorry, we almost can't forget about that one, can we, Blake? we can't forget about it. So in these
the one where the girl was driving her car and got pulled over for a routine stop and is no longer living,
because when they put her in jail, they didn't ask the proper questions here.
Or the one where the young man had a concealed weapon, told the cop and put on his papers, and still ended up not living. We can do this all day.
The fact that we can do that is the problem.
So why do you think we're all sitting over here asking for the bigger questions and really sitting on Widow's side of the fence for this one here? Because again, there were so many people quick to demonize Widow, but I was like, hold up. Your home your house, your peace. If someone breaks that shit, break them. And that's where that comes from. That, my mama always told me that your home is your sanctuary. That
Especially
is
if she had at
that's
least
your
more than once to
battleground.
leave. It's not like she just walked in and started pounding the man. He's
Exactly.
like,
and
"Get out
that's
of
how
my
TMZ
house."
said it. TMZ made it seem like she came in the house inebriated and drunk like a skunk and just started wailing on the boy.
Yeah.
And we know that's not true. Like,
Not
it's
true.
every black person come in their home and go, "What the hell you doing, bitches? What up? Who are you, bitch? Like, what you doing in here?
Why are you here?
Why are you
Asked-
here?
listen, Asked him 5 times. Asked him 5 times. Leave my home.
Girl, and you know when
Baby,
the
after
white
time
girls
number
feel entitled
one,
about something.
after
Girl,
time number one, I'm getting ready to nuck and butt because I'm ready to fight.
How bad was the damage though? Because
Oh, she wore him low. She wore him low. Child. Like
She
broke
beat that.
the bed and served the bed, bitch. Like
she's
beat that
charged
ass.
It's like first degree domestic assault, and then like 3rd degree some other variation of assault. Like they are coming for her.
because she must have like really beat his ass.
14 stitches. 14 stitches. Yeah.
Oh, girl.
Wore him out.
I thought there was
Okay.
some sort of law set in place where you're able to protect your home. Like if somebody enters your home, there are laws to protect you. Is that
That's not every state. I think you might be talking about stand your ground.
That's
a big thing in Florida because Florida is fucked up. But
Texas
like,
got it
not,
too. It's more of southern states where that applies to the person of standing your ground. Unfortunately, she was a little bit more of the mid-eastern area where it's like depending on the situation. Plus, it was also reported by the victim before the person who assaulted them as well. So they took his story and ran with it versus Widow because they're like, well, why didn't you say anything if that was to take place? Because black people handle our own business sometimes.
Mm-hmm. If I remember correctly, so y'all are taking me back to classes, but if I remember correctly, when it comes down to like domestic violence, like essentially it really comes down to like a he said, she said, or they both said or whatever. But like they will generally arrest the person that looks like they got beat up and will hold the other person. And so that's just kind of how they made the decision.
Shoot, in Texas, child, if you got in a fight, both of you are gone. Like it's not even a question. Like everyone's got to get booked because you shouldn't have gotten the fight in the first place. It's like you both were fighting, so you're both a menace. Unless it's like deemed that you literally had to protect yourself in that fight. But if it's like a fight like at a bar or something like that, oh no, you're on public property. Oh no, both of y'all got to go. You shouldn't have fought her. You know what I'm talking about, Jamar. Oh yeah,
fighting in the club. They be like,
oh yes, I've seen both. I've seen both them sissies go in that car, baby. Okay, like oh no, they're all right. Who got the money for them?
That's when the police cars started going, people scatter like roaches in Texas.
Is there a ball tonight? Is there a ball tonight? Who's getting this bill? Like, girl, I'm just trying to say, like, it's 10,000 for bill. All right, who got that G? Just telling you. It's the truth. But Castle law in Missouri provides that if you are reasonably believe that deadly force is necessary to protect yourself or another against death, serious physical injury, or any forcible felony, you're justified in doing so from certain occupied locations. So if that's the case, what is the case here? Is it just they arrested Widow because Widow didn't say anything and took it like, my anger is starting to build up again with this case.
That's because we've seen some bullshit. we both have seen some bullshit. Like,
I just couldn't imagine being the one sitting in jail after coming home and finding someone in my house and they didn't leave, and I tried to force them to leave, and then now I'm sitting in jail for protecting my home, and that person has keys to get in. So when she was in jail, they could have been going back in the house, fucking with their stuff. See, that's what I'm saying. It's like, that's the shit that I am bothered by in this story. Is this young man was in their home doing who knows what, putting things in there. You know how folks are. You know what I'm saying? You can't trust nobody, except for the skin on your back, the blood of Christ, and sometimes the sweat that beats down your forehead. I'm just saying. I'm nervous. I want my baby to be fine with this. I don't want this to mess up their career in any kind of way. You know what I'm saying? Especially when it comes to us. And when it comes to violence, they always trying to put us in this angry black narrative. And I hate that for Widow. And Widow got that edit low key on Drag Race, if we remember.
We do.
Can't work with anybody. Always got an attitude over this, that, and the other. It's like this is trying to almost add on to that effect a little bit. And I'm like, I don't believe that. This baby was reporting them. You know, they were defending themselves. Like, you in my home, I'm gonna beat your ass. That's all.
Hopefully you should have some good lawyers.
Hopefully.
Listen, if y'all in this fandom, if you had some good old cases and you know your win rate is up there, baby, help that child out. We need some good ratios. Okay, I don't know about that man from New Orleans that Big Free to be working with. Is he good? Can we get that man to call? Yeah, can we get him in there? Or is he like with accident lawyers?
That's for car accidents, maybe.
Oh, okay.
Ambulance chasers.
Okay, now we don't want that man up in there. We don't need him up in there helping her out. Girl, did you get hit by a car? Oh, I can't help you, baby. Like it's just we don't need one of them situations. But shout out to Widow. We love you here at the panel. I hope for the best. And maybe one day we can get you here on to talk about whatever you want to talk about this situation. But I want you to heal first because you were done dirty in this moment, in my opinion. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm done. Y'all done? We good? Okay, great. It's been 2 hours and plus minutes. The panel has given you the Sunday that you dreamed of here, hopefully. Give us a like in the comment section as well as a thumbs up for this video itself. I don't know. I'm just talking. I'm tired. My voice is done. I'm done speaking. Listen, we're going to go in order here from left to right. Duly underscore noted. Where can the kids find you and what you got coming up?
Yes, you can find me on Twitter, and that's at _duly noted _ That's DOLEYNOTED 2 underscores. You can find me on Instagram at duly noted with 2 underscores in the middle, as you can see there, or at Duly Does Food, which is where I post my food content solely. Like, share, subscribe, join the YouTube page. I'm trying to monetize a girl. What's happening? I just posted the katsu chicken sandwich so that y'all can make your own chicken sandwiches at home and stop giving Chick-fil-A your money. My next episode I think is going to be a dessert. I'm on the fence. We will see.
Yes, thank you, Dooley. And for those who are asking about Espana, we glanced over at the beginning, but me and Mimi Cherry are going to be covering it on a Tuesday live on YouTube, okay? Blakeisha, Blue Walls, Barry, Brim Hat, Mary, give us your social media.
Just brimming with pride. You can find me brimming. You can find me on Instagram at Rowley B, on Twitter at BA Rowley86, and on Stereo at Blakeisha.
Nice to meet you, Beetlejuice. We appreciate you and your stripes. All right, now on downstairs, giving somewhat of an all dat with a lock and dock tease is Jamar 84. Where can they find you? What's coming up and promote?
Okay, so you can find me on Twitter, YouTube, and Instagram, all at Jamar84, with the exception of TikTok, which is Jamar840. Coming up, I have the Circle Atlanta, which I'm a co-producer and director of. Going to be a new LGBT series out here in Atlanta. It's going to be great. Matty and I did some work for it this past week. This should be coming up in the next week, so make sure you guys check out the your boy Nunu channel. So if you just look up Circle Atlanta, you'll find it. It's all there. Stay tuned. Hope y'all love it.
They have some previous seasons y'all need to get into as well. So it's a some good drama. Good drama. New York was a gag, bitch. Oh my God. Okay. Had a good time with that one. See, Diggy won. Speaking of New York, we're traveling over there now. You know, hey. He's an hour. Well, they're all an hour ahead of me, low key. But see, Diggy, give us your social medias for us, please.
Yeah, you can follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube, all CDIGGI1, CW1. You can follow me on Pop Rose 2 on Alexander Rogers' channel for on Spotify and Apple.
Fabulous. And support my good friend Alexander Diane Rogers too. We were just on a little live earlier. Hey, Fran, I'm going to be in San. I got to visit him in September around my birthday time. So on to me, your boy Matty Rants, your host with the most. Thank you so much for joining us here on the panel this good Sunday. You can catch me here on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Bookable on Cameo, Stereo app, Monday podcast with Julie _noted food porn, Wednesday podcast with Blakeisha. Low-key, us three half the time. Like, look, when Julie's not working out, if we have a late enough podcast. Online dating, the ghosts who run it. See, Diggy and I will be doing a podcast Tuesday for Sailor Moon Eternal and all that, and then some. And then Tuesdays and Thursdays on Airtime app, I'm partnering with them. Drag Race Everything on Tuesdays and Drag Race Trivia and Hot Topics on Thursday. If you'd like to donate to the channel, please and thank you. It's Cash App, $, MattyRants, Venmo, MattyRants, PayPal.me/MattyRants. And I'm also on Twitter at TheMattyRants. Okay, so we're done. Like, oh my God.
Yeah.
So much. We're doing things. People are busy. Okay. That's the life. Thanks again, everybody, for tuning in. I hope I didn't forget anything to promote here because there's a lot. What, Dooley? What?
I don't think so.
Oh, okay. I was like, wait, what? Okay. I was like, did I forget something? Okay. I done spent 3.5 hours with Matty today, and I live. See you Tuesday. Love y'all, Peter Jabbar, and your hair. Love your hair back. Thank you. I'm going to give you all more natural Prince teas. This is what we're going to do going into the rest of the year. I'm about to have my birthday this year. I'm going to give you a little bit more of that Prince, palette. A little bit more of a palatable Prince. Okay. Dutch. Thanks for joining the panel, everybody. We'll see you again next Sunday. Tune into all of our channels. Support us all. Have a good one. Bye.
Listen. Yeah.